is a special presentation of 1620 The Zone and the 1620 The Zone mobile app. This hour of the Men's College World Series special on 1620 The Zone is presented by Union Bank and Trust. People don't have your money has people. Member FDIC. 1620 The Zone is live at the Omaha Baseball Village. Powered by Access Bank. Here for a reason, yours. And Children's Nebraska. Here are your hosts for today's broadcast, Gary Sharp and Nick Handley on 1620 The Zone.
Good afternoon and welcome. Yes, good afternoon. Yeah, my people. Put your hands up from the 402. Yeah. And where else you might be from, because it is Championship Saturday. We have made it. We're into the home stretch. And it's SEC versus SEC tonight, 6:30, right here on The Zone. Game one of the Championship Series, Tennessee and Texas A&M. The Vols and the Aggies, there is a lot of maroon and white. There is a lot of orange as we made our way from Lot D through Omaha Baseball Village, and that is where we are. We'll be here until 6:15. I am Gary Sharp, Josh Odson. Nick Handley is here as well.
This is weird doing this in the afternoon.
I know.
Just weird, but I get to see Omaha Baseball Village, Gary, which I hear is just an experience unlike anything else.
It is. Hey, these people do not know what is in store for them. The first hour is brought to you by Access Bank, here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska. Also, Union Bank and Trust, where people don't have your money has people. Member FDIC. We have lots to talk about in leading up to game one of the championship series tonight, as the SEC will win another national title, and it'll be a first, Texas A&M or Tennessee. But what a great way to kick off our coverage of today. We welcome in our good friend, Ellie Williamson, who is covering Tennessee for the Players Lounge, among other things. Your content is everywhere. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
I've hit the algorithm. That's a good thing. If you're seeing it, I've hit the algorithm. So yes.
All right, so let's we have to tell people. So you and I have watched a lot of baseball over the last couple of days, and you are doing a lot of you are really, really busy. But we first must preface this conversation with you are a University of Tennessee student.
I am, yes. I'm a journalism electronic media major. So the College of Communications up at Tennessee, it's unlike anything else, and just I love it. I mean, the professors, everybody involved is incredible. I'm a proud member.
So what would this mean for Tennessee to win a national championship in baseball?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I think if we're going to talk about just the last time that it happened, being, 1951, General Neyland, Robert E. Neyland, throwing out the first pitch. That was the last time, too, he won a title in football. So, football was doing well, baseball was doing well, kind of like it is now. You see our basketball program as well. Just everything at UT within our athletic department is really growing. And so just to have another legendary coach like Coach V leading his baseballs out here in Omaha. I don't know if you caught on the little pun there, the baseballs.
Yes.
No, wait a minute. Are we going with that?
What about Omaha?
Ellie, are we going?
Omaha.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Everything in between.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you want to say. It's still, it's a great play on.
Wait a minute. Let's have a vote here. Well, I like Omaha Vols.
We need a live vote.
Yeah.
Actually, we've got some Tennessee fans right
All right,
here.
sir.
Okay, we've got a question. Do you mind?
Just running the show.
Yeah, here we go.
All righty.
Go ahead.
Baseballs or Omaha-Vols?
Baseballs, 100%.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
You don't like Omaha Vols? What about your dad?
Yeah, Omaha has a good ring to it, but we're just the baseballs.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Man, this one kind of
We're
cuts deep
baseballs
because we're
throughout
trying to
the
get our
season.
home city involved with what could be a national championship run for you guys. So,
Well,
All
we'll
right.
do Omaha-Vols when we make it here to
Okay.
Charles Schwab. How about that?
all right. So,
We'll officially be Omaha-Vols.
if we're hoisting a national championship in honor of Tennessee, then we can hashtag it Omaha-Vols.
Yeah.
Is that acceptable?
That's okay.
All right.
That's okay.
All right, we'll get the
And
best of both worlds then.
hashtag Go Big Orange. Of
Okay.
course.
All right. So I got to ask this because we've seen different versions of Tennessee in Omaha for decades. I remember the Todd Helton team over at Rosenblatt.
Yeah.
There's something about this team. There's something about this program under Tony V. Gary and I have talked to him. Obviously, you've been around him quite a bit. What is it about him? What is it about this team? What is it about how people are drawn to just that personality? Because, I mean, they're great. They're a good baseball team, but there's
Right.
also something about his ability, and he told us to let them be who they are. Let that personality, let that charisma come out. And this is such a big part of what I think a lot of people in Omaha are drawn to Tennessee as well.
No, yeah. I mean, I think that's really a question for the guys, because guys are around him every day. They have such a level of respect for him just as a coach and as a person. I think that's where it all starts. I mean, you heard him in his press conference not too long ago. It was actually yesterday. He said, it's a respect thing. Like, we show up to work and that's our job. Don't know the exact quote on that, but you'd definitely have to go back and listen to it. SEC, ESPN did a great job at showing it yesterday. But yeah, no, I mean, for me and what we do with my organization at the Players Lounge, we're all about getting to share that side of the student athlete, sharing, who they are off the field, not what they do, but who they are. And so, I mean, some of the players that, have come down, just sat down on the couch and talked with Peyton Manning in the Peyton Manning room. Sorry, sorry, guys.
Nice little plug there.
Yeah, right? I was trying to throw it in there. Shout out Graduate. Shout out. I mean, we're super grateful being using that room. It has all the memorabilia of Tennessee, but just the players. I mean, Simo taking the reins. He's been there for a long time. He's been inside the program. Same with Kirby. I mean, it kind of surprised me just to see as many times they were sending Kirby out of that bullpen. I was like, that's 100. I was like looking back at the stat line from the game before, and I was like 124 appearances and just the success and that he's had going in, being able to finish the game, leading the guys throughout the game, just being that guy in the locker room, outside of the game, just whether he mentioned yesterday, like the team has gotten so close, just going out to eat with each other, just being a family, truly. And that's honestly what Tennessee does so well. I think that's what Tony V does so well, is he knows that if we don't have respect there with the guys, then we're not going to go as far. If we don't treat them like we would our family, then, that's kind of something that I've just seen over the years just really grow within that program, is how close those guys are outside of the locker room, not just in the locker room and what they're doing on the field. And I think that has a big part of just being successful on the field, is when you are strong and you're close together outside of it. So allowing them to come in and just sit down together and just go over, whether it was a win or a loss, just go over kind of what happened that past weekend series and just talk to each other and just share some of those funny moments, whether it was like, I mean, I think the funniest moments are when Xander and Kirby are passing the ball off to each other, or anytime that like situational happens, I always am like, content ideas, like on the pod. I want to hear what was said there, because it is the best thing. But those are just, two great guys. He's very talented, but just with his arm too, I mean, he's not just talented in the media. We've seen him do some great things at Kirby and Xander press conference, but just overall, I think our pitching staff, we got to give credit to Frank and Coach A.
Ellie Williamson is joining us here at Baseball Village ahead of Tennessee and Texas A&M tonight. Ellie covers Vol Sports for the Players Lounge, among other things. So let's get into the matchup here. Is it as simple as saying it's pitching against power? Texas A&M pitching, Tennessee power?
I don't think it's ever as simple as that. I mean, I think there's a lot of factors that go in there. It's, your defense, how you're playing with those bats. Even Texas A&M, I think they have some incredible guys that can get up there early in the lineup and will do great things. So I think it's definitely going to be challenging, but that's why, you got Simo out there at short. You've got him at second too. Sometimes you never know. I mean, he's able to play both positions and do so well. You saw him out yesterday at practice. He didn't even take a BP. Like, he was literally just focusing on in the field what he could do, the different situations. And I think that's another, going back to what Tony does best, is he prepares his guys for real game situations. So, even though it's a BP practice and they're just, warming up, doing their thing, trying to stay loose throughout the weekend, getting ready for this series, he prepares them mentally, physically, everything that's going on that could happen in the game. He does it the day before, so that when it does happen, they're prepared and they know what could, where that throw goes. That's where you see some errors sometimes too in baseball. And so I think he does a great job at that. But I mean, you also got Blake Burke at first. That connection there. Blake's another guy that's been here since his freshman year, and coming in, he's just been able to grow. You talk about leaders like Kirby and Simo. Those are guys that are also not only good in the field, but their bats are pretty hot, and that's a great thing. They're leaders off the field, do a great job on the field. What more could you have? I mean, that's going to be tough to beat. That's always tough to beat.
I love that you're sort of shifting from the obvious with Tennessee in their offense, but knowing in a championship series like this, as you mentioned, even Christian Moore taking a lot more reps just defensively as opposed to getting the swings in. What he's about offensively, but knowing that if you're going to beat a team like Texas A&M in a 3-game series, 2 out of 3, that it might be those little things defensively, and the things that they're doing defensively, being able to make even something as simple as routine plays constantly, that could be the difference in this.
No, you're right. I mean, he's already hit a cycle. What more could you want from the man at the plate?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
The second time ever.
Yeah.
I mean, what more could you want to see
Right.
from him at the plate? You know he's going to hit far. You know his velo and his exit speed is going to be good. But it's just, I mean, I honestly, since we're on SEMO, I have a picture. So I don't know if y'all have seen this. It's circulated around X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yes.
X.
See, in Omaha, we still are. We've had a tough time letting go of Twitter.
We're still Twitter.
Yeah, we're still Twitter in the Midwest.
It's a hard adjustment
It is.
for anybody that is well known with the app. But after his freshman year, so that loss to Notre Dame, if you look at it, there's a picture of him walking back into the dugout and he's just looking around, because I think then he realized, okay, wait, I've sat here for a whole year and I've got to grow and I've got to learn from all these guys. Like now that we see in the show, Trey Lipscomb, you see Drew Gilbert, all the ones that got that call that are up there. You see Jordan Beck. He got to learn from all Luke Lipsius at first. I mean, you got to see everything your freshman year and you got to ride along with them. He'll even say, he said it before on the pod, like there will be nothing close to that freshman year experience. Like what he got to experience there is unreal. So I think that really just prepared him for what he's going through now, because now he's in that position that those guys were in, that he got to watch and he got to learn from. And he's here, he's leading his team. I mean, he's took his team all the way to the College World Series, to Omaha, to the championship series, since it's been since 1951, since they've even been in this situation. Like I mean, they've had 7 appearances, but it's been a long time since they've been in this situation and they've been here. So for him to do that, just be a leader like that. I mean, I saw a fan on TikTok call him a lion. And so that's honestly, he probably won't agree with that. His spirit animal will probably be something different. But
do we know the spirit animals of everyone?
I have no clue. I want to say he said it before, like the animal he would want to be if I don't even remember. It was definitely a little question on the pod that a fan had asked. But I saw someone call him a lion. Honestly, that's like the attributes of a lion are very similar to who he is as a person. That's what I would say.
I love it.
All right. Well, and by the way, we appreciate you stopping by on your way into the stadium. So there was a gentleman that had the checkerboard overalls on. Usually I would see those in the fall, not when it's 95 degrees outside. Final question.
No, they're all year round.
Yeah, that's kind of around here too.
Yeah.
We just don't have the scarlet and cream checkerboard overalls. What is, because it's still on the schedule, Nebraska and Tennessee in football have a home and home in a few years. We don't know if it'll stay on the schedule or not. What is a football Saturday like in Neyland Stadium?
I don't even know if there's words. I don't even know if there's words to describe that. That's something you've got to go and experience yourself, because, I mean, when you hear about, the sounds of Neyland, you hear about breaking the decibels up on the scoreboard and how the loudest stadium in college football, all the rankings throughout the season. Right now you're seeing it everywhere because it's that off season. Recruiting is kind of coming to that halt in July. So, I mean, there's nothing like it. I mean, you've got pregame, just the ball walk alone is like, you look down. If you were to sit at the top of Peyton Manning Pass, which is right over by our torch, so go look it up if you have never heard about it. It's an amazing story. But our torchbearer, it's one of our things there on campus. And if you go stand from the top of that and you look down going into the stadium, it's built right by a river, by the way. That's like one of, I don't know, I think it's one of 2, one of 3. You're going to have to double check me on that. But one of a few that have a river right there. And so you got Ball Navy over at the river. Ball Navy shows out every game day. They come up through the Tennessee River. If you've seen videos, pictures, SEC did an amazing story there last year. I believe it was Ryan McGee, an alum of the College of Community. Actually,
he's here.
He is here. He got in this weekend.
He is here for this. So I was like, I wonder if he made it here. I wonder if they let him come. I just knew he was in CMA Fest not too long ago. So I wonder if he made it down. Here. But no, I think, honestly, I think there's nothing to describe it, though. I mean, it's Ball Navy. You got the ball walk. If you're standing at the top, you just see thousands of Tennessee fans who are passionate. And guess what? They're also here for baseball season. I don't know if you've looked at the flights recently coming out of Knoxville, but the prices have skyrocketed. So that always is a good sign. That's how you know Tennessee is on their way and they're coming. If those flights out of Nashville, Knoxville, anywhere in East Tennessee are high, they're on their way here.
Well, I appreciate getting to know you and your work, and you're going to be busy, and you are living your best life, because you're not only going to go from the College World Series, you in the off season are working for the Cape Cod League. So
nice.
I said to Ellie, I said, okay, when this is over, are you going back to Knoxville? She said, no, I got a flight to Boston. We got Cape Cod stuff.
In the most enthusiastic way possible. He says it like it was a bad thing. I get to go and watch the best of college baseball.
Yeah.
I get to go watch the best of college baseball at the best summer league all summer long up in the Cape Cod. So I'm going to do a quick little plug here.
All right.
Podcast. So I do a podcast it's on Cape League TV. It's also on RSS. It's on YouTube. Whatever you listen to your podcasts on, I promise you it's there. But yeah, so I'll be going through with our pitchers of the week, hitters of the week, coaches of the week, have some scouts and some analysts.
Yeah.
Come on. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge right there. So, of course, y'all are always welcome to come on there. But if y'all want to take a listen, maybe find out what your favorite players are doing up in the league, come and hear about it on the podcast. We've also got some fun things happening, so why not just come out there? This is your invite right here.
There we go. There we go. It is fantastic.
Come up to the Cape, see what it's all about. It's the best of the best, competing and growing in their skills and developing all summer long. So,
well, I hope you've enjoyed your trip to the College World Series and have a good weekend.
Well, thank you. I love it.
I
hope to be back soon.
And with Tony Vitello as the head coach, I think you're going to make numerous trips here.
Frank Anderson, pitching staff.
From Nebraska, by the way. Grant, Nebraska.
Yeah. So one of his former players is actually here with his son. I was walking out to the buses to capture some things. Just, the team coming in, meet some of the fans out there, and just hear, how they got to Omaha. If they drove, flew. Shockingly, did not meet a single person from Knoxville. I actually only met one fan from Knoxville. The rest were all from Omaha or actually Iowa. It was crazy. I was like, this is amazing that ball fans reach this far across the country. I've always heard about it, but never have actually experienced it myself. But no, Frank Anderson's former player was there with his son and was like, he told us to always call if we're ever in town. So
nice.
That's awesome.
Nice. Thanks, Ellie, for stopping by.
Thank you.
We'll have more on Tennessee and Texas A&M, more of our special guests around here as well. Ellie does work for the Players Lounge. You can find her work there. There you go. All right, we will take a break. We'll come back with more. We are in the Omaha Baseball Village. It is a warm, muggy day. There are a lot of people here. This is going to be a great crowd, great atmosphere. 6:30 first pitch. We'll take you up to 6:15, and then we'll head up to the booth. Kevin Kugler, Scott Graham, and John Bishop. We're back with more from Omaha Baseball Village with Nick, Josh, and Gary after this on 1620 The Zone.
What is it that people say nowadays? Oh, go let your feet touch grass. In Sarpy County, Nebraska, we agree 100%. From Fontenelle Forest in Bellevue to Schramm Park in Gretna and the miles of bike and walking trails in between. There are also great outdoor concert venues like the Astro and Falconwood, even the outfield's berm at Warner Park. That'll sure do you some good. So get outside and experience everything. Click GoSarpy.com and experience Sarpy County.
Attention sports and entertainment fans, Tickets for Less is your home for all your ticket needs. Don't miss out on the excitement of Omaha with great ticket options with no fees from Tickets for Less. Plus, did you know TFL has more to offer? Tickets for Less also has the best selection of tickets for Husker football games, the top concerts, and so much more, all with no added service fees at checkout. Shop for your seats now at ticketsforless.com or call today at 402-398-1999 and save big on your next ticket order today with promo code THEZONE at checkout.
Experience the difference and save more when you shop at one of our 3 convenient Woodhouse Ford locations. And right now, it's more affordable than ever to get behind the wheel of a new vehicle when you visit a Woodhouse Ford dealership. Going on now, save up to $10,000 off MSRP on the 2024 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT with approved credit, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires 7/08/2024. See dealer for details.
An estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommended daily amount of physical activity. It's time to move and keep moving, America. And when you need help, physical therapists and physical therapist assistants are by your side. Be your own champion. Choose more movement. Choose better health. Choose physical therapy. Find out more information and a physical therapist at choosept.com/NE. Brought to you by the American Physical Therapy Association of Nebraska.
Curveballs belong in baseball, not your bank. When you choose Access Bank for your personal or commercial banking needs, you'll know what to expect every time. Personalized, all-in-one service from experts who know banking and the Omaha Metro. Access Bank has convenient branch locations and easy online solutions. Because we're here for a reason, to make your experience a home run. Learn more at accessbank.com. Member FDIC.
Twisted Thunder Fireworks is going to save you big money. You'll find the best variety and the lowest prices in the entire state of Nebraska. Don't believe us? See page after page of products and pricing online at twistedthunder.com, where you can watch everything before you buy and choose local pickup so it's ready to go for you at the tent. Go to twistedthunder.com to check out all of our locations in Nebraska, as well as our location in Council Bluffs. That's twistedthunder.com.
And we're back live, and what a beautiful day here at the park. Just listen to that crowd. Excitement's in the air. They've come to see the best of the best from all over the globe in what's been a fan favorite for nearly 130 years. That's right, it's all at Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium, the #1 zoo in the nation. Be sure to swing by between games and check out our newly reimagined Hubbard Orangutan Forest. Plan your visit at omahazoo.com.
To be a part of Nebraska Medicine,
hi, welcome,
is to be a part of something extraordinary.
Nebraska Medicine, how may I help you?
Because these are the doors that open doors.
How are you?
To growth and opportunity for each other and for our community.
That went really well.
For those who know that the academic experience,
You know what? I agree.
the life experience that you get here is beyond what you can get anywhere else. And that's exactly why here is where you belong. Join us at nebraskamed.com/careers. Nebraska Medicine, together extraordinary.
Now back to the Men's College World Series special, live from Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Children's Nebraska and Access Bank on 1620 The Zone.
1620 The Zone hydration sponsor is Zen Water. Time for a hydration break presented by Zen Water. Thirsty for a change. And 1620 The Zone is joined today by the Drug Enforcement Administration. To learn about the dangers of fentanyl or to join in the fight against drugs, visit DEA.gov.
All right, we are live at the Omaha Baseball Village ahead of Game 1 of the Championship Series. Two teams that are combined 110-25. Is that good? I think that's
it's
good.
Not bad.
I think
it's
that's
not
good
bad at all. It's not bad
I think
at all.
Tennessee and Texas A&M being 110-25 is good.
Yes.
They'll play Game 1 tonight at 6:30 here on the Zone. We'll take you up to 6:15. If they can get Greg Sankey off the field from doing a victory lap. If you see a man just running around the warning track with his hand in the air,
and a big grin,
that is Greg Sankey, the commissioner of the SEC. It is a all SEC final once again, and these are two of the best teams, regardless of conference, that are going to meet coming up at 6:30 in the best 2 out of 3 at Charles Schwab Field. This hour is powered by Access Bank, here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska. Also, Hour 1 presented by Union Bank and Trust. You know what? Where people don't have your money, sir, has people. Member FDIC.
Don't forget
somebody who is hitting home runs is our good friend from McDougall Bats. It is Sean Jaycox, who joins us here at Omaha Baseball Village. First of all, Sean, welcome.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This is a blast.
You have a one-of-one mustache, I must say. You've got the handlebar mustache. So Kirby Cannell of Tennessee is rocking the Rod Beck Raleigh Fingers look with the hair and the mustache. You've got the mustache. How much work goes into this handlebar mustache?
This thing's a solid 15 to 20 minutes a day. And
wow!
Fun story. So my grandmother's best friend growing up was actually one of Raleigh Fingers' husbands.
Oh!
So I was
wait a minute.
Family
husbands?
Yeah.
My great aunt was married to Raleigh Fingers.
Okay. Oh, all righty.
So I got a few autographs. I have not met him, but yeah, we have got some family ties there.
I feel like that's a good way to probably ever meet.
Reason that the stash happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's looking good.
So
wow, that's a lot of time.
Right in front of us, you have one of your bats, Power Wood Hickory Walnut. Now, how did you get into this business, and what is so special about McDougall Bats?
So McDougall Bats, it's my good friend Ian's company. It's the family company.
Shout out Ian.
Shout out Ian and Duncan. Me and Duncan actually played ball together in high school and a little bit growing up, like
okay,
5th grade. Yeah, so the story came. They were sick of breaking wood bats, and ultimately, it's like they wanted to come up with what's the next best thing we can do, and we came up with the power wood technology. We got a couple different patents here. We use 2 different woods. We've got hickory in the handle. Hickory is super, super strong, stiff, durable. We don't get a lot of breaks. We have tested out lots of different barrel woods, and we found walnut to be not only look absolutely amazing. I mean, have you guys seen a prettier bat than this?
That is a good looking bat.
Not today.
It's amazing.
It's a good looking bat.
Flashy colors are cool and all, but we wanted to look as cool as we could with the natural.
Okay, so you mentioned the testing of this too, because whether we're talking, even high school teams will do wood bat tournaments, and then you get into summer ball with college players too with wooden bats. Everything that you're trying to get from a feel standpoint and have a little bit of that with the ball coming off and getting that sweet spot too. How much of that part of it and everything when it comes to attention to detail that you're trying to get in the technology of these things?
That's been the biggest part of the testing. We've actually been prototyping and testing out the walnut for the last 6 months or so, I'd say. And it's been can we replicate the sweet spot of traditional wood bats, and can we keep that going? Part of the technology, we have 24 different pieces epoxy together, so you don't have to worry about hitting on a label. That's a huge piece of it. It's like when you're using normal one-piecers, like you got to hit one spot on the bat.
Right.
And sure, you can flip it around, but then you're still just sort of beating in those 2 spots, and that's when they get weak. That's where you get those breaks. So we got away from that ultimately, and that was a huge piece of. You don't have a small rectangle on the sweet spot. You have a whole barrel.
So let me ask you, when it comes to college baseball, because people will say, why don't you guys just, instead of waiting until the summer, why doesn't all the college baseball hit with wood? And the first thing will be there's not enough good wood to go around with professional baseball and also college baseball, youth baseball, or anybody else that uses wood bats. Do you agree with that sentiment?
Yeah, yes and no. I feel like, and speaking for our product specifically, we can't go through and get away with using the sloppy wood. We can't get away with using poor quality wood because we actually go through and we piece out each order of wood. We machine cut out, and we factory approve each piece before we epoxy it together. So yes and no. Like I do see that. Like sure, the one pieces you're going to get some batches of wood. It's just the quality is just not quite there.
Yeah.
But we have to get away from that because we can't offer our product with poor quality wood. Ultimately, we'll stand by this the no break thing. We do a full 1-year warranty, which, as far as I'm aware, is at least 4 times better than any other bat on the market. I haven't seen anything else that offers more than a 3-month warranty. And we back at 98% of the bats go through at least that year without breaking the bat. I used one wood bat in college for 4 years and did not break. I broke it 2-3 years later in a wood bat league when I played.
Wow.
So I went a full 6-7 years with one wood bat.
And a lot of that success you're probably going to get just through composites. And obviously when you see people maybe taking BP with wood bats, and I know that sometimes you see in college a little bit, but as far as it hitting the tunnels, you see that with high school players too, but you're getting that much repetition on that there's, composite makes sense. But the player feedback, is that a big part of your guys' process too?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really, it's getting this bat in players' hands and getting it used at a higher level. I mean, we use it in the wood bat leagues that we play in, built leagues, and feedback's been amazing. It's guys are comparing it to bomb bat level for the composite, and it's guys that are adamant on their, we only use one piece. Okay, you're going to be tough to sell to anyways.
Yeah.
But there really hasn't been anybody that's like, no, that bat doesn't work. Like, it doesn't feel right. I have never heard that in my life.
That's great.
And
it looks good. It looks dang good.
Tryouts, lots of stuff. So.
Okay, how'd you come up with the logo?
Ooh, honestly, it's been the logo for years. I couldn't tell you where it comes from. I know the McDougall say it's a Scottish name, so I know it's always been the, hey, what's a baseball player's weapon? And Ian, the guy running everything right now, he's a pitcher, so I always joke, I'm like, your weapon's not a bat, dude. Your weapon's been your changeup and your pickoff, man. Like, what are we talking about here?
Where can they find you at?
Online at McDougallBats.com.
Okay.
We're also social media, Instagram and Facebook, McDougall Bat Company. Best way, shoot us an email, reach out.
Well, hey, fantastic. That bat looks great. I mean, there are a lot of distributors around here. You guys got a really, really good product. So thank you for stopping by.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
That's Sean Jaycox from McDougall Bats. Again, you can find them online at McDougallBats.com. And they are so good that the NCAA will not allow any players to use them in the stadium tonight.
They're trying to preserve the product.
They actually will use them. Absolutely. They are BB4 certified. If anybody wants to use them.
Really?
Okay.
Texas A&M.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll take it.
Christian Moore steps up with maybe with the wood. Just like, you know what, this stuff's been way too easy. Now I'm going to go with the wood.
One of you guys go up by 15 and I'll bring you a bat.
I love it.
Hey, thanks, Sean.
Thank you guys again.
We'll take a quick break. We got more leading up to 6:30. First pitch tonight. Epic weekend. Two big brands. Gig 'em.
And baseballs.
Passion. Vols. National Championship. We're back from Omaha Baseball Village after this on 1620 The Zone.
Make the right call. John Higgins Weather Car for the roofery.
When it's time to replace or repair storm damage, make the right call. John Higgins Weather Guard, the local, trusted, and proven choice. No one has installed more Da Vinci roofs, and there's a reason why John Higgins Weather Guard is the nation's leader. Community member, community supporter. Make the right call.
John Higgins Weather Guard for the roofery. Make the right call.
Hey everybody, it's Michael Smith for Ted and Wally's Premium Ice Cream. 2 locations in the old market right off of Jackson Street and also in Benson right next to Taste of New Orleans. You know, one of the toughest things about the summer is trying to figure out what you're going to do with the kids, right? You got to fill some time. It's a great time to go visit either one of the Ted and Wally's locations. Your kids are going to love getting some ice cream. You're going to love getting out of the house. It is a win-win for both of you. So whether you're going downtown and checking out the old market and getting you some ice cream or going to Benson and getting some Taste of New Orleans, stop by and tell them Severe sent you.
Success in today's electrical market requires your company to be able to adjust to an ever-changing field. A partnership with IBEW Local 22 gives you that flexibility with access to journeymen, apprentices, proven training programs, marketing assistance, entry into markets not available before, ability to expand and contract with changing market conditions, and a benefits package for you and your employees. Contact Bob at IBEW Local 22 for additional details at 402-980-7596.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
Our car radio is like a rookie pitcher quitting in the 7th inning.
Yeah, and now it's the bottom of the 9th. The AC's out and the transmission's throwing wild pitches.
So I was checking out car loans from Liberty First Credit Union. Applying looks like a home run with rates as low as 4.99% APR.
It's game time.
Step up to the plate with a Liberty First Credit Union auto loan. Equal opportunity lender. 48-month term for 2022 and newer models. Credit factors apply. Rates, terms, and conditions subject to change.
If you've ever been injured in an accident, the Nebraska Advocates are here to get you back in the game. Their experienced personal injury attorneys will guide you through the legal process, answer your questions, and fight for your physical, emotional, and financial recovery. We'll help you access medical care, get your car repaired, and find the resources you need. Get a free consultation at NebraskaAdvocates.com. You deserve an attorney who will go to bat for you. You deserve an advocate.
We're excited to announce the grand opening of Saul's Jewelry & Loan's new downtown location. It's a Saul's shopping experience like you've never seen in this beautiful, historic location. And of course, we brought in tons of new inventory, amazing jewelry finds at our famous best-in-town prices. Motorcycles, tools, bikes, guitars. And as always, get a cash on-the-spot loan from $10,000 to $50,000. Everything you've come to expect from Saul's in our new location. 22nd and Harney, downtown Omaha, Saul's Jewelry & Loan.
Fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat facing our nation. A dose small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil is potentially lethal. The Drug Enforcement Administration is working hard to remove this threat from our streets. Join the fight and make a difference. To learn more about a career with DEA, visit dea.gov/careers. People with different skills but the same mindset to keep drugs out of our communities. Visit them in person at Baseball Village during the College Baseball Championship.
Now back to the Men's College World Series special live from Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Children's Nebraska and Access Bank on 1620 The Zone.
Come by the Zone booth inside Omaha Baseball Village and register to win ice cream for a year from Ted and Wally's. Ted and Wally's official ice cream of 1620 The Zone, celebrating more than 35 years with over 3,000 flavors. Benson and the Old Market, Omaha. Also 1620 The Zone live at the Omaha Baseball Village. Sponsored by the Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium, the #1 zoo in the nation. Visit omahazoo.com to plan your adventure. All right.
All right.
That is an enthusiastic young fan.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Uh-oh. Are they coming to get my helmet?
Is that
no, I don't think so.
Gary's got riot gear on right now.
Yeah. So this helmet is heavy. I was going to work for the DA because that's a good gig. Man, this helmet is heavy.
And now you've got a badge. Welcome. You're an honorary member of the DEA.
I am official. Hey, gentleman in the Chiefs t-shirt right there, Nebraska hat. Little shady guy, man. That dude is shady. I'd frisk him.
What are you going to put up?
Yeah.
They took the vest.
Hey, thank you for stopping by, ma'am. This hour is powered by Access Bank, here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska. People are quickly finding out why they don't let me do shows here. Hour 1 presented by Union Bank and Trust, where people don't have your money has people. Member FDIC. We are counting down to game 1 of the championship series, but I also must remind people that are from outside here of the 402 or the 308 or the 712, we are only 10 Saturdays away from college football season, when Peyton Manning goes into Kyle Field in a non-conference game and Dat Nguyen tries to stop him. It's a matchup on CBS. 10 Saturdays away. We are 31 days away from Big Ten Media Days.
Yes, we are.
As I was walking, yes.
Some Big Ten fans.
As I was walking through the parking lot, I was like, I can't wait for college football season. People had their Blackstones out. You know what? When you're cooking on a Blackstone, it hits a little bit different, especially in the fall.
Yes, it does.
10 Saturdays away from college football season. We can't wait. We're only a couple hours away from game 1 of the championship series between Texas A&M and Tennessee.
You? We got a U fan. Where did you come from?
Hey.
Where are you guys from? Miami. You guys are from Miami. You're playing in the tournament? Wyoming and Miami. Wow.
Very similar.
We've got some different worlds
Wyoming,
here.
Miami. Very, very similar. If you look close enough. All right.
You can find some similarities.
So, Mario Cristobal, yay or nay?
Yeah. Are you upset that you lost your quarterback? No. Okay. Okay. All right. Cam Ward is.
Oh. All right.
Wait, Cam Ward's here?
But you guys are a fan. It's just it's college sports, man. Talk a little smack.
Yeah.
Don't step down. All right. All right. Okay. All right. I don't think that's the case. All right. Welcome here to Omaha Baseball Village. We have quite the audience. Who is for Gig'em? There we go.
There. All right.
There we go. What about baseballs?
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. So it's a little mixture.
A little more orange.
There's a lot of people here representing both fan bases. This is
Yeah.
going to be great.
Yeah, they're digging in for the weekend.
I got to take this hat off.
Are you sweating?
No, it's freaking weighs about
400
400 pounds.
Why didn't you put on the vest? It was here. They took it away because you put the helmet on.
No, because it's a fat man's weight loss paradise. I would be down for the count.
There you go.
All right.
There's the helmet.
That is not, sir, that is not an equestrian helmet. That
It does
is
look like that.
an official helmet for the DEA, which is right there, the Drug Enforcement Agency. Young man who's a Miami fan, you better back away. They're going to be coming for you.
Yeah.
They got a radar.
And this guy's got a badge too. So.
Oh yeah, and I'm official.
You are.
I'm official.
Remember.
We have members of the Henry Dorley Zoo that are going to be here in a bit. They are bringing tigers, elephants, and bears that are going to be right here on set. It's going to be fantastic. So if you've ever wanted to see an elephant, a bear, or a tiger up close, the Henry Dorley Zoo will be here momentarily.
I'm trying to figure out if somebody.
Did I get the wrong memo?
Do you have to scan a QR code for that one?
To see it?
To wrestle it.
Oh,
to the bear wrestle.
I don't think
at some point.
I don't think that is the case.
It's not sanctioned yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have a question. We have quite a few Texas A&M fans here, and we have first timers that if they win, they're going to celebrate their first national baseball championship. Would you consider the fact that this is the first time since 1939 that Texas A&M in a popular spectator sport has played for a national championship as a failure? Considering the long history of Texas A&M and most recently the amount of dollars that have been poured into Texas A&M athletics?
Well, Jimbo Fisher was supposed to deliver one of those things not that long ago, and it never happened. That's why they're on to the next guy.
That is true. When Jimbo Fisher was hired in 2017, and, he was one of the rare guys that was active in college football that had a national championship, you did think that all of a sudden the dysfunction that sometimes occurs that knocks Texas A&M off track, they would be able to cure that because they can always recruit well.
Yep.
One of his best team was the COVID year where they finished ranked in the top 10, but they could never turn the corner. It's just that is a wild stat that a place like Texas A&M that has so much history. I mean, baseball, even a little bit men's basketball, but primarily in their number one sport, football. I mean, you don't build a 100,000 seat plus stadium and keep adding to it if football is not your sport. That since 1939 have not played for a national championship.
It would mean this is the whole thing we get into when it comes to these championship series in the past few years. And remember when Mississippi State broke through in their national championship drought too, and you would literally see fans that have been through a lot, whether it's football, whether it's baseball, could be basketball, could be any other sport. And there were grown men crying when Mississippi State won in the College World Series because of that drought. So I'm really curious if Texas A&M gets to that point, whether it be getting a win today, wrapping it up tomorrow or Monday. We're winning, brother. We're winning. So what would a Texas A&M victory, national championship mean? Since we're just talking about it, since 1939, we have not seen a national championship. That's what we're just talking about. I mean, everything, right? All right. All right. See? Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They would build a statue of Jim Schlossnagle.
They should.
Who is one of the better coaches in college baseball and has got here with TCU, but just hasn't been able to break through until this year.
Fantastic hire. It was a great hire going from TCU.
Hey, man, you're good. Hey, that helmet is heavy. Man, I got to do some training.
You need to take that badge away. Take that badge away.
Hey, I have more respect for the men and women that are out in the field wearing that thing. Jeez, I wouldn't even be in polo. I'd fall off the horse wearing a helmet that heavy.
Now, and you get that storyline, but you also get the Omaha feeling of where I think there is maybe more of a local flavor when it comes to Tennessee, not just because you've got one of their own in West Side, in Omaha West Side, but
Dalton
also
Bargo. Shout out Mama Bargo.
Yeah.
By the way, you will know which fan she is in the stand. She's very, very vocal. Great family.
Yeah. There's also, I think, that Tennessee being able to turn the corner. I want to say it was 2 years ago, people would have been very much against them. But I think as people have gotten more inundated with this team and with this coach, it's hard not to like and respect them too. Not to say Texas A&M, because you just mentioned Jim Schlossnagle is one of the great guys in college baseball, but Tony V hits different as well. They're two completely different personalities, but that common thing is they got some great players too. Great teams.
Hey, you should be working in the series. I don't know why you're not working here, but I'm very biased. Good seeing you, Jeff. Jeff Hendricks, College World Series umpire.
Nice.
Now is among us. He used to live in Sacramento. Now has moved back to Nebraska. One of the good guys in the sport who, by the way, one of his greatest moments in the college. Hey, Jeff, come here. Let's we got to talk to Jeff here. No.
We want to talk some.
He thinks he's all access, just walking up here on
We
stage.
want to talk some umpiring moments.
Hey,
in CWS.
I want to talk to you. You and I have been friends for a long time, and you are one of the better college umpires, and you have been in the College World Series before. We hear players talk about the experience of being here. What's it like for an umpire to ump in the College World Series?
Well, it's a lot of fun. You know, we just had lunch with the guys, and they're all ready to go tonight. So it's kind of funny. We talk about the different hotels we've stayed at and the walk to the ballpark and going through here. We're the only ones in long pants, so you're already sweating by the time you get to the locker room. Yeah. But I was at Tennessee for regionals, and then I had Texas A&M at the beginning of the season down at Globe Live. So it's going to be a good matchup. Too bad a couple of the kids for A&M are hurt, but it's going to be solid.
Pro or con replay in college?
Love it.
Okay.
You know, it's not as many arguments, and you know, I'd rather walk off the field. I was here 8 times, never got anything overturned, so that's good. I love that. Right? And so all those people that are screaming at me behind the fence, I just want to cut the fence one time and say, "Come on down." See how close we
Okay,
are.
all right. So, and with that, one of the things that I've noticed this year, and even a little bit last year too, the amount of time that you guys get in and then out with the decision too is rapid fire now. How much of that is just having better angles, better technology, but also, you know, as you guys have evolved and got used to this, that it's a lot easier to pull off?
Yeah, great question. I think it's definitely getting in, getting out. They try to do it minute and 30.
Okay.
I think the technicians are better too. Like DV Sports is there. You know, like if we have to do it at a field, we can split camera it and stuff like that. So they work to get it in and get it out. But again, you still want to get it right. You know, you want to get that right angle that's going to prove you. You never want to leave something, then all of a sudden they come back with one other view and you didn't change it.
Right.
What is that ring? That ring is about as big as my head.
So this is the 2019 ring. I'm here with Greg Charles, one of my buddies from California, came back, and so we worked that year.
They give you a ring that big for working in the College World Series?
I've got one more than Tom Brady. Tom's only got 7. I've got 8. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we decided
Jeff, that's
to
pretty cool.
And on the inside is the teams that we work, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, we all get
Michigan Vanderbilt. Okay,
yeah. So it's kind of nice little momentum, so that when they put you out to pasture and you don't get to come back anymore, you know, you have something to look at.
So what do you do? And I know this because we have talked before. When you are not umpiring, and for people that don't know, Jeff Henricks, longtime umpire, worked in professional baseball and then made the transition to college baseball. When the college baseball season is over, umpiring is not your full-time job, but it kind of is. What do you do in the off season?
I'm a realtor. I run a Keller Williams office in Lincoln, moved back, took over that, and then opened one in Grand Island and Kearney. So, yeah, it's from February 15th till the end of the College World Series. It's every weekend on the road and Tuesday, Wednesdays on, you know, Kansas State, Kansas, Oklahoma, you know, somewhere in the Pac. It's kind of weird where I was talking with Eric Sorensen. I've got a Pac-12 hat for him, you know, we're going to give. So now that they're officially done, it's kind of weird. But
Hey, and that is here, we got about a minute here. You were living out on the West Coast, so you worked a lot in the Pac-12. What kind of emotions go through somebody that was working and close to people in the Pac-12 now that that's done?
You know, you become loyal to a league. You know, I worked the Pac-12 and the Big 12. It's sad because of great cities, you know, Seattle, well, mostly great cities, but they'll recover. But it was a good league. You know, the baseball has kind of suffered a little bit in the last couple of years, but it kind of is reciprocal. But
how will the Big Ten, in your opinion, benefit from the 4 that are going to join it for baseball?
Well, SC's on the rise. UCLA had a tough year. Oregon and Washington are good. I think it'll bring in better recruits. You know, Big Ten baseball is good. It's good baseball. They just, instead of having 7 or 8 dudes like Tennessee or Texas A&M, they got 2 or 3. You know, they need to get back to being able to get some studs in and being able to play with them. And you got to win on the mound.
Jeff, we appreciate it. Thank you. I know you were not planning to show up here at the College World Series and join me on the radio, Nick and myself, but thank you.
There's my buddy right there that's Greg from 2019. He has his ring on too.
Oh,
so.
right, yes. Oh, hey, is that hey, Jeff, is Greg the guy that had that one play at first base?
And second and third.
Hey, Thank you, guys. I hope we see you back here next year working instead of hanging out with us.
Yeah.
You got to be careful about hanging out with Jeff. Hey, that's Jeff Hendricks, Great Charles, two College World Series umpires. We're just getting started. We're here until 6:15 tonight, ahead of Game 1 of the championship series between Texas A&M and Tennessee. By the way, if you are thinking about dabbling in this game, did you know that the favorites straight up are 11-1, and Tennessee is the favorite to win Game 1?
Working against history, though, 1999. Everybody knows that by now. That's the last time a number 1 seed has won this thing.
Are we? We'll save it until the end. Nick, are we going 2 or 3?
I'll tell you at the end.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa, you want to know straight up right now?
Yeah, I was like, give a premature tease.
Yeah, we got
if you're into that stuff.
We're having a Monday night game.
Okay.
Yeah, we're having a Monday night game.
Young man, come here. For the last 5, we've gone to Game 3. What do you got there?
That's a nice bat.
Oh, that's a Tucci bat.
Do you know how much it is?
What are you trying to sell it to me? What are you trying to hustle me, kid?
Are you just trying to get a price on it?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
We can ask our friends over at Tucci.
Hold on.
We need a rep over from Tucci.
Hold on. Did you just take that from there and come and ask us? All right. Oh, okay.
This young man is interested in this bat.
Hey, hey. All right.
Sometimes we get business deals done here.
Hey, yeah. Those are our good friends from Tucci.
Yes.
Hello.
Wow.
So, did you just do that?
Oh, my gosh.
Holy moly. It's the gentleman from Tucci Bats, which is our neighbor here at Baseball Village, just gave that kid the bat. He said it was 120. He just gave him the bat.
Yeah, just gave it to him. That's a nice looking bat, too. That is a
wow.
sharp looking bat right there. Tucci.
Hey, bring mom back over here. All right. We're just getting started. Joshua, we got to read these? All right. Does Nick got to read his thing?
No,
how you doing?
Already did.
Good to see you. Who are we rooting for tonight?
You're just rooting for baseball.
You're rooting for good baseball.
For good baseball. There's nothing wrong with that.
Good-looking family there. All right. Raisin Ballers is your dad's T-shirt.
Love the baseball hats, too. They look good.
GBR. All right. We got to take a break. Folks, this is what it is. This is my 1 year. They let me out of the box to come here. People are like, I just can't wait.
I'm just here for the ride.
Hey, I can't wait for the zoo to come here. Bears and elephants and tigers. We're going to have to clear out the area because there is a security risk.
We got a cage coming in, too.
But we'll do that. We are off and running. Please stop by. You have a chance to, I'm just going to tease you. We got some goodies. All right. We like the song says, I got some goodies. I got some goodies for you. If you stop by here at Omaha Baseball Village, there is a buzz. It is, what does John Rothstein say? It's palatable.
Palatable, yeah.
Palatable.
Yeah. Wow. I did not have that on the bingo card.
Ahead of Game 1 of the championship series between Texas A&M and Tennessee. These are two of the best teams of college baseball throughout the year, and now they get to meet on the grandest stage. We're back with more of our lead up to the championship series. We are live from the Omaha Baseball Village on 1620 The Zone.
Experience the difference and save more when you shop at one of our 3 convenient Woodhouse Ford locations. And right now, it's more affordable than ever to get behind the wheel of a new vehicle when you visit a Woodhouse Ford dealership. Going on now, save up to $10,000 off MSRP on the 2024 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT with approved credit, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires 7/08/2024. See dealer for details.
An estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommended daily amount of physical activity. It's time to move and keep moving, America. And when you need help, physical therapists and physical therapist assistants are by your side. Be your own champion. Choose more movement. Choose better health. Choose physical therapy. Find out more information and a physical therapist at choosept.com/NE. Brought to you by the American Physical Therapy Association of Nebraska.
At Rotella's Italian Bakery, they put unsurpassed product quality into everything they bake. Old world skill and experience are masterfully blended with modern efficiencies to create the delicious breads, rolls, hamburger and hot dog buns, and other specialty products that have delighted their customers since 1921. Combining customer satisfaction with uncompromising quality is their goal. Rotella's Italian Bakery, a century of pride in every slice. To see the full menu of products, visit rotellasbakery.com.
Velocity Clinical Research in Omaha frequently conducts clinical trials for a broad range of investigational treatments. Velocity is currently seeking participants to wear a Fitbit watch for 31 days with compensation of up to $200. Some other current studies include low T, COPD, flu, pediatric, infant, and RSV. They also perform vaccine studies for people of all ages. See current trials at velocityclinicaltrials.com, compensation for study-related time and travel, and find out more at velocityclinicaltrials.com.
I'm Dawn. My journey began when my internal specialist found a mass. My biggest fear was missing out on future memories. Nebraska Cancer Specialists has made it possible for me to continue to be active and to be able to spend time with my family. Together We Are Stronger means that I know that I can't do it all myself. My NCS family has allowed me to create the memories that I want to make. NebraskaCancer.com.
Oscar's Pizza and Sports Grill is West Omaha's headquarters for specialty pizzas and award-winning char-buffed wings. Enjoy games on their updated video and audio system and huge LED wall. Their main location on 173rd and Center is the perfect place to beat the heat with family and friends for the college baseball tournament. They also have a second carry-out location at 162nd and West Maple Street, featuring the same great pizzas and wings. Oscar's Pizza and Sports Grill, home of the Big O Pizza and award-winning char-buffed wings.
Curveballs belong in baseball, not your bank. When you choose Access Bank for your personal or commercial banking needs, you'll know what to expect every time. Personalized, all-in-one service from experts who know banking and the Omaha Metro. Access Bank has convenient branch locations and easy online solutions. Because we're here for a reason, to make your experience a home run. Learn more at accessbank.com. Member FDIC.
Upgrade your hydration this summer with Zen Water. Ultra pure, refreshing alkaline water. Zen Water transforms you with every quenching sip. Vapor distilled for ultra purity with the perfect blend of electrolytes added for taste. Zen Water is pure, elevated water. To learn more, visit zenwater.com. ZENWTR.com. And stop by your local retailer to find your Zen today.
Now back to the Men's College World Series special live from Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Children's Nebraska and Access Bank on 1620 The Zone.
1620 The Zone, joined today by the Drug Enforcement Administration to learn about the dangers of fentanyl or to join in the fight against drugs. Visit DEA.gov. You might be able to get Gary to put the helmet
drugs
back
are
on.
bad. No
good.
drugs.
They're not good. And then also come by the Zone booth at the bullpen inside Omaha Baseball Village. You can register to win a summer prize pack of tickets to the Henry Dorley Zoo, Kansas City Royals tickets, and ice cream from Ted and Wally's for a year. 13th and Mike Fahey.
Hour one, presented by Union Bank and Trust, where people don't have your money has people. Member FDIC, and also Access Bank, here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska. Now, this is a lot of fun. We've been here for an hour. It's only going to get better as we go along. But we have some disappointing news. Because of the extreme heat, the folks from the Handley Dorley Zoo were unable to bring a live elephant, bear, and tiger. So instead, they brought people that are smarter than we are about animals, and a Texas A&M and Nebraska fan. The guy's like the Trev Alberts fan club.
It is. I have so many questions. We're trying to figure out what you call them.
But our good friends from the Handley Dorley Zoo are going to join us. We're going to learn more about what we have as the most famous zoo in America right here in our backyard. That's coming up in the next hour, plus more on tonight's matchup. We'll get into the starting pitching matchup between two left-handers for the 6:30 Game 1 of the championship series. That's coming up next from Omaha Baseball Village on 1620 The Zone.
Experience the difference and save more when you shop at one of our 3 convenient Woodhouse Ford locations. And right now, it's more affordable than ever to get behind the wheel of a new vehicle when you visit a Woodhouse Ford dealership. Going on now, save up to $10,000 off MSRP on the 2024 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT with approved credit. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires 7/08/2024. See dealer for details.
An estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommended daily amount of physical activity. It's time to move and keep moving, America. And when you need help, physical therapists and physical therapist assistants are by your side. Be your own champion. Choose more movement. Choose better health. Choose physical therapy. Find out more information and a physical therapist at choosept.com/NE. Brought to you by the American Physical Therapy Association of Nebraska.
Your home for the Men's College World Series is 1620 The Zone. KOZ and Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. Sponsored by Lanahaw Nurseries, 192nd and Center.
Security equipment makes sure you're always safe at home. SEI gives you time to focus on what really matters. Whether it's your home or business, we protect life and property with all the latest Honeywell home and First Alert products by monitoring for security, fire, carbon monoxide, flood, and temperature. 24/7, 365. We provide peace of mind by connecting services like security, video, and automation in one system. Visit SEIsecurity.com to set up a free consultation. SEI is a First Alert Pro Residio Premier Partner.
Upgrade your hydration this summer with Zen Water. Ultra pure, refreshing alkaline water. Zen Water transforms you with every quenching sip. Vapor distilled for ultra purity with the perfect blend of electrolytes added for taste. Zen Water is pure, elevated water. To learn more, visit zenwater.com. ZENWTR.com. And stop by your local retailer to find your Zen today.
Fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat facing our nation. A dose small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil is potentially lethal. The Drug Enforcement Administration is working hard to remove this threat from our streets. Join the fight and make a difference. To learn more about a career with DEA, visit DEA.gov/careers. People with different skills but the same mindset to keep drugs out of our communities. Visit them in person at Baseball Village during the College Baseball Championship.
Twisted Thunder Fireworks is going to save you big money. You'll find the best variety and the lowest prices in the entire state of Nebraska. Don't believe us? See page after page of products and pricing online at twistedthunder.com, where you can watch everything before you buy and choose local pickup so it's ready to go for you at the tent. Go to twistedthunder.com to check out all of our locations in Nebraska as well as our location in Council Bluffs. That's twistedthunder.com.
This hour of the Men's College World Series special on 1620 The Zone is presented by Nebraska Medicine. Nebraska Medicine, together extraordinary. 1620 The Zone is live at the Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Access Bank. Here for a reason, yours and Children's Nebraska. Here are your hosts for today's broadcast, Gary Sharp and Nick Handley on 1620 The Zone.
Hour 2 live from the Omaha Baseball Village, 1620 The Zone, live at the OBV, sponsored by the Omaha Henry Doorly Zoo and Aquarium, the #1 zoo in the nation. Visit omahazoo.com to plan your adventure. 1620 The Zone hydration sponsor is Zen Water. It is time always on a warm day, or even not so much, for a hydration break. Presented by Zen Water, thirsty for a change. And it is that time, as Gary told you, to talk about the #1 attraction, not only in the state, in the Midwest, but in our great United States of America, the #1 zoo right here, Henry Doorly Zoo. We're going to be talking all about some great events. We're going to talk about animals, as you said, people that are far more smart than we are to get into this conversation. How are we doing today?
We are great.
Now, where are the animals?
They're at the zoo.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you. I walked right into that
They're
one.
here in spirit, right?
So we love our relationship with the zoo, and it is the main attraction. Before we get into the nuts and bolts of things that are going on, this is it seems like every year there is something new. There's always the next thing for visitors and the wonderful people that work there and take care of the animals. But you guys just recently, big, huge new addition.
That's right. We have a brand new exhibit. It's called the Hubbard Orangutan Forest. And it opened last Friday, the opening day of College World Series, because,
yes,
why not?
Yeah.
Good things come in twos. So we're really excited about it. It's a beautiful exhibit. I'd love for Taylor to speak about the animal side of it, but from the other side, it's just gorgeous. It's really themed after Indonesia, which is where the Siamangs and the orangutans that call that place home. That's where they're originally from. So when you walk in, you feel like you're immersed in this really great experience, just like the rest of our exhibits, so.
Before we get into, especially the animal side of it as well, we talked about being, this is a badge of honor that I know you guys do not take lightly when it comes to being the #1 zoo. And when it comes to always looking ahead, to continue to maintain, all right, here's what maybe San Diego's doing. Well, we're past that. What goes into that between events, between not only the popularity here locally, but also when you have events like the College World Series where you're going to have so many out-of-town visitors, and this is going to be that first impression to really live up to that reputation?
A lot of planning goes into it, especially when we're doing new exhibits or figuring out the animal collection and what that looks like. As far as events and being #1, I mean, we will be #1 again next year.
Yes.
I'm looking for that triple threat.
Yeah.
So get ready. But we're, we always just try to push the envelope while aligning with our mission. And so it's just really important to us to stay, ahead of the game and just we have a new hospital that's coming in on site.
Oh, wow.
That's one out of how many in the nation? I mean, that just doesn't happen. And so the care that we're able to give the animals too. So it's not even public facing. It's also internal. It's internal too.
So Taylor, before we talk about my question I have about the orangutans, you have to tell everybody this is kind of a cool day for you because you are a Texas A&M guy.
I am. I grew up as a Cornhusker, but had to go off to veterinary school and got the opportunity to go down to College Station. So really cool to have all the Aggies here in town and get to see some of my old classmates.
So let's talk about, because there have been, it seems like every animal gets their own showcase. So when the orangutans, there's more attention, there's a bigger venue for where they live. What's the transition like for those animals?
Yeah, that's a great question. And, really watching that habitat grow, that's where I started out as a high schooler, as a summer keeper. And now as a veterinarian, just to see that new experience that Mandy was talking about, being immersed and really kind of get to see them play and display some of those natural behaviors. It's been really cool to see with the crowds coming back. And we have a couple of new additions. So Denda is a new male orangutan, and he's up kind of at the front of the exhibit. And our two resident ladies, Suri and Seppi, have definitely been checking him out. See a little romance in the air at the zoo.
Oh,
now, okay. On a side note, that's what you're looking to do. How much attention do you guys pay to the relationship between the male animals and the female animals in trying to repopulate and add to the numbers at the zoo?
That's what we're all about, is really kind of the preservation of the wild habitats and the species. So getting to be a part of that is what we do every single day. And we have teams that are trying to just make sure that setup is right. So with the new habitat, he's got quite the space to show off for the ladies.
Nice. Now, the observations that I know you and your team go through when it comes to whether we're talking about orangutan or other exhibits when it comes to the animals too. What is that like from start to finish on a daily basis of what you're observing, what you're taking in, and then how you're if there's any adjustments to the environment that need to be made, how you go about doing something like that?
Yeah, we have some of the best teams in the world. Like Mandy said, every day on the animal care side, we have zookeepers that are working 8 hours a day. So they're spending more time with these animals sometimes than they do with their own family. So they're constantly watching them, observing them, picking up on every behavior that they have. So whether or not it's an animal health situation that comes up, then they're talking to us. But otherwise, they're kind of watching for all those markers, just make sure we're providing them the best life possible.
what Mandy was mentioning, and for people that don't know, Henry Dorley Zoo takes incredible care of their animals, but an on-site hospital, how much of that is a game changer for what you do?
It's going to be incredible. It's when it opens up, it's going to be the most technologically advanced veterinary hospital, and we have one of the best teams in the nations of veterinarians, veterinary technicians to go into it. So we can't wait.
How big of a staff does something like that have? Obviously, this being such an important addition, but also knowing how important these animals and their well-being is. Like, does it start off with a smaller? Do you have a number in mind on what the ideal staff looks like for that?
Yeah, we have close to about 39,000 animals on site, and each one of those gets their own individual medicine. And taking care of that is about 6 veterinarians and 6 veterinary technicians.
What's your day like?
It's different every single day. Coming in, you never know if you're gonna have a sick bumblebee, sea turtle, or an elephant, or if you just get to go around and enjoy the exhibits. So every day is a little bit different. I think I have probably one of the coolest jobs in the world.
It's always neat to go to the zoo and you see younger visitors and they see the zookeepers, and you might overhear one of them go, "That's what I want to be someday." You're on the veterinary side. Walk us through the process of what it took for you to get to this point in terms of schooling and what you prepared yourself when you went into college at Texas A&M.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that. I remember back in, I think it was 1995, I remember my dad bringing me to the zoo. This is my local zoo growing up. Farmers from western Nebraska. He had the big camcorder on his shoulder, filming everything. So I was that kid that was looking at the zookeepers and saying, hey, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So became a zookeeper, and then met a veterinarian at the time, and just kind of changed my career and my life. So about 15 years now after.
It's not just about, obviously, the animals, which is, it's a huge part of what attracts everybody, but there's also great attractions that go on beyond the College World Series. So many great ways to get just taking advantage of the zoo other than your traditional, let's take the kids out there, let's look at the animals, let's have a great time. You guys do so many great things, whether it's for adult functions only or everything. So what do we have in store over at the Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo?
Yeah, right now we have late nights at the zoo. That goes on during the summertime.
That is an awesome event.
It is so much fun. It's 21 and older. It happens every Thursday from next Thursday until the very last Thursday in September, with the exception of July 3rd. So we are going to do like a red, white, and zoo kind of themed late nights, but it's a lot of fun. There's food trucks. People love it because they can walk around. There's no strollers. They can have a drink in their hand and just kind of see the zoo in a very unique experience. The zoo shut down to the public except for that event. So you get, going on a Saturday is wonderful. We love that, taking the family. This is a little bit different. And it's great because we see 21-year-olds come with all their friends. We see bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
And then we see older couples come with a group of their friends as well. So it's a huge group and just a lot of fun. And yeah, we have live concerts that we're doing for the first time this year. Wow. We've added more food trucks and theme nights, so we're upping it a little bit, just like I talked about earlier.
Well, Mandy, kudos to you and your team because you've made the Henry Dorley Zoo a year-round destination. There's always stuff going on that is not just pay my admission, go into the zoo. It's been a year-round thing. I have to ask you, Taylor. So Mandy brought up July 3rd, and we know everybody that's a pet owner here in a couple of weeks, they just dread this time. What's it like in the zoo during that time where there are fireworks going off all around that neighborhood on 13th Street where the zoo is located?
No, that's a good question. Most of our animals actually have indoor areas during the summer where they can go in and get out of the heat. So most of the time they go into those areas. So really not too bothered by it, but we will have keepers and security staff on site. And then we always have veterinarians on call too, just in case something arises.
And Mandy, going back to what people look forward to, and I remember just not that long ago when they had the baby elephant. So we were there in February, and like Gary said, this has become a year-round destination. So similar to what I asked you when we led everything off, thinking of other things in the future that maybe aren't happening this summer, but constantly thinking of ways to get everybody involved with the zoo, no matter what time of year it is. The planning that goes into it, but I'm assuming there's some things in the cooker right now.
There are definitely things on the horizon. Last year we opened Zoo Lightful, which was our holiday event for the first time in 12, 13 years. And it's amazing, but we're going to make it bigger and better. And then for planning for 2025, we actually have some really interesting events coming up that I would love to talk to you about. Not now, but I would love people to stay tuned, and check out our social media. But we definitely feel very strongly we want to get out into the community more, not just be the zoo as people come into the park, but be the zoo outside and be a part of the community. And that is something you will see next year for sure. And we're really excited for something.
That's awesome. You can bring animals by 1620 anytime.
Okay.
As long as you bring my penguin.
Yeah, we want to know how Gary's penguin's doing too.
So you adopted a penguin?
I adopted a penguin,
Okay.
yes.
How long ago?
It's about 6 years ago.
6 years.
Yeah, so I it's still doing well. I mean, that's a great exhibit. That's a
great exhibit. There is actually, I will say, there is one event that we're doing called Pajamas and Penguins.
Huh?
And it's going to be for families where they can have a sleepover, quote unquote, right? And in the exhibit, kind of by the penguins. So that is coming up. So
I like that.
Yeah,
All right.
see your penguin.
Hey, fantastic. We are big fans of the zoo. It is such a point of pride for this community. And it's great when people come into our community, and that's one of the first places they go. And you guys put on a great show. It is. You take care of the animals. So thank you and for stopping by. And I won't hold it against you that you didn't bring any elephants, bears, or tigers.
Well, I think that was Taylor's job. What happened?
Sorry about that.
Taylor's preoccupied because his baseball team is playing across the street.
Yeah, I get it.
You have a prediction?
I have to root for the Aggies, so I'm really, really hopeful the next 2 days are going to go well for
See, I
us.
set you up because I knew you weren't going to go, well, Tennessee looks like I got the bats.
And you got Vol fans walking right behind you, so you had to be very careful.
By the way,
with what
how
you
many
said.
of your friends asked you a couple of months ago, hey, what about Trev going to Texas A&M? You're a Nebraska and Texas A&M guy.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm just hurt. I don't understand yet. But
okay. So
happy
still
for the
processing.
Aggies.
Hey, thank you very much for stopping by. Anything we can do for you on 1620, and we're big fans, and we're there along with everybody else.
Thank you so much.
That is our good friends from the Henry Dorley Zoo. You know where to go, and year-round destination. Hour number 2 is brought to you by Nebraska Medicine. Together, extraordinary, and powered by Access Bank is this show. We are here for a reason. For all of you people, yours, and also by Children's Nebraska. We're back with more. We'll get into a little bit more of the nuts and bolts of the matchup tonight between Tennessee and Texas A&M. It is the pitching of Texas A&M and the power of Tennessee. And it is Omaha Baseball Village live ahead of Game 1 of the Championship Series with Nick Handley, Josh Odson, our good friends from the Zoo. I'm Gary Sharp on 1620 The Zone.
Food, festivals, and a whole lot of fun. You're sure to find some this summer in Sarpy County, Nebraska. From festivals and fireworks to homemade ales and beers to a winery and distilleries, Sarpy County is your go-to destination for summertime celebration. There's also shopping, sports action, concerts, and a whole lot more. But summer isn't going to last forever, so get out your calendar, click GoSarpy.com, and start making plans. Sarpy County Tourism. So near, so fun.
In the heart of the country is a children's hospital at the forefront of pediatric innovation, where teddy bears and coloring books meet leading-edge treatment and technology, where warm smiles and a human touch go hand in hand with tools like remote patient monitoring and robotic-assisted surgery, and where a committed team of healthcare providers believes innovation is best used to deliver better care for kids. Children's Nebraska. Believe in better.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
You don't have to wait for your perfect landscape. Patera Landscaping can book your project now and have it beautifully installed in time to enjoy this July and August for cookouts and get-togethers. Trees, bushes, colorful gardens, water features, patios, outdoor kitchens. Patera Landscaping can do it all. Call today and have your perfect landscape this summer. Patera voted Omaha's best. PateraLandscaping.com.
If you want a perfect landscape, call Patera.
Velocity Clinical Research in Omaha frequently conducts clinical trials for a broad range of investigational treatments. Velocity is currently seeking participants to wear a Fitbit watch for 31 days with compensation of up to $200. Some other current studies include low T, COPD, flu, pediatric, infant, and RSV. They also perform vaccine studies for people of all ages. See current trials at velocityclinicaltrials.com, compensation for study-related time and travel, and find out more at velocityclinicaltrials.com.
He thinks bean counting is an iPhone app. He is the most uninteresting man in the world.
Hi, I'm Bob Berger. Don't just get your taxes done. Get them managed. If you're tired of losing sleep over your business and personal taxes, you're ready to make more money, give us a call.
Call Berger, Elliott, and Pritchard CPAs at 402-551-1919 or visit bepcpa.com.
Since this is a radio commercial, you can't see the people standing behind me. They're the Langfeld family. Everybody wave. Oh, sorry. You can't see them because radio. Anyway, the Langfelds are the family behind Langfeld Overhead Door, where they proudly install Midland garage doors to fit any space and style. And they don't take a backseat to anyone when it comes to their service. Because if something goes wrong, it's their name on the line. So they're going to make sure it goes right every single time. Langfeld Overhead Door, 402-234-2700.
After an injury, it pays to have an advocate on your team. The advocates are skilled personal injury attorneys committed to helping injured Nebraskans get their lives back. They'll put together a game plan, negotiate with insurance companies, and put your best interests first. Consultations with an attorney are always 100% free. Contact their Omaha office today at nebraskaadvocates.com. You deserve an attorney who will step up to the plate. You deserve an advocate.
Now back to the Men's College World Series special live from Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Children's Nebraska and Access Bank on 1620 The Zone.
Come by the Zone booth at the bullpen inside Omaha Baseball Village and register to win a summer prize pack of tickets to the Henry Doorly Zoo, Kansas City Royals tickets, and ice cream from Ted and Wally's for a year. 13th and Mike Fahey. 1620 The Zone is joined today by Pyramid Contractors, craftsmanship at its finest.
All right. We are a couple of hours away from first pitch of game one of the championship series. Are we ready?
I'm ready. Way back and forth. I love that you're doing this from your phone.
All right, I think we should have a competition here.
Who's got the better one?
So who's got the better fight song? The Aggie War Hymn, or Are We Ready? Hold on here. I got to get the...
I don't even think this is close. I don't even think it's close.
Okay, 1 second here. All right. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Let me...
This one just hits different.
Yeah, okay.
This one absolutely hits.
All right, here we go.
He's here in Rocky Top.
Hey, if you'd like to sing, come sing, sir. No?
You're a boss man.
Home, sweet home to me. Sir, you want to sing? Come on here. Come here. Sing the fight song.
Can you sing
here
the fight
we go.
song?
Here we go. I got the... All right, here we go.
Here we are.
Hold on.
Oh, do you need the lyrics?
Good old Rocky Top. Woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Yes, all right.
Nicely done, sir.
Again, it's not even
All
close. Rocky Top takes the cake.
If a Texas A&M fan here at Omaha Baseball Village would like to sing the Aggie War Hymn, you are more than welcome to.
Maybe
But
Trev?
I think right now, quickie poll question, it is a runaway. Like Tennessee would beat Texas A&M in football right now like they did last fall. I mean, that Rocky Top is just crushing.
Yep.
Rocky Top might
Rocky Top's
actually
amazing.
be one of the best college fight songs of all time.
Yeah, top 3.
Ooh.
Top 3, for sure.
Who else is in your top 3?
I would put, well, if we don't say, I've always been partial to Notre Dame's as well.
Okay.
So those are the 3 iconic. Living here, you get that with either Hail Varsity, or you can go with, why am I just completely blanking on
Wisconsin?
No.
So like the Notre Dame fight song and the Wisconsin fight song are like the 2 most used high school fight songs.
That's true. That is actually very, very true. Millard. So when I was at Millard West, we had Missouri's of
Holy
all.
cow. Nice shorts, sir.
Those are nice.
You got the checkerboard shorts.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's how you do it. Yeah. Do you golf in those too? That would be amazing. Those would be amazing golf
Hey,
shorts too.
good luck to Tennessee tonight. Oh, my God. You are all in.
Okay.
Okay. Bam. Thank
Love it.
you.
All right.
Thank you. Can I have one of those wireless mics? Because I think we're just going to, it's just, people just want to talk.
They do.
People just want to let things off their
Well,
chest.
there's a lot of nervous energy for both these fan bases. You're trying to set the tone tonight.
Hour 2 presented by Nebraska Medicine. Together Extraordinary, also powered by Access Bank, here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska. Our good friends, Ellie Williamson from the Players Lounge, covering ball sports, stopped by. McDougall Bats, and also the Henry Dorley Zoo. One thing, speaking of bats, and, we always seem to tinker with college baseball. And I think college baseball, first of all, college baseball is in a great spot right now. It is the second most watched pre-finals on television. The radio ratings and people listening to us Yahoos is way, way, way up. But Tennessee has hit 178 home runs.
Yep.
Nick, they have 5 guys that have hit 20 or more. The all-time single-season record was in the Gorilla Ball era when LSU hit 188.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't seem like when Tennessee hits 178 home runs, we go, oh, boy, college baseball is in trouble. We're going to have to adjust the bats and the balls. I hope that we don't tinker with the college baseball, either the equipment or the way the game is played, because I think this sport is in a really, really good spot right now.
We've never seen more power arms, too, because if we're going to talk about the offense of this, we got to also talk about what you're seeing on the mound and what we've seen roll out throughout this College World Series, but also throughout the regular season the last few years now, too. So pitching is at an elite level. You knew that it would only take time when the BB Core era began. And remember, it wasn't that long ago. We were talking about, do we need to move in the outfield fences at TD Ameritrade now?
Now those
remember that one?
Those were painful. So there is a stat out there between 2011 and 2016. College baseball did not have any teams that hit 100 home runs.
Yeah.
There were 31 this year.
Yep.
Remember how painful those
brutal.
years were?
It was brutal. I mean, if you loved good pitching, you were loving that era, but at some point you needed to bring the offense back, and especially events like this, because people get excited about that. But I think you're absolutely right with the balance that I think is there, even with what Tennessee has done throughout this season and the home run numbers that we've seen over the last handful of years, even right before COVID. You go back to that 2019 series between Michigan and Vanderbilt. I mean, you were seeing that on the rise. Now I think it's found that balance. And so there's also a part of that offense too. And we've talked about this many, many times in our college baseball discussions of, don't also discredit some of the parts of baseball that are not having to do with the bat technology, not having to do with the baseball itself, but the inability to throw strikes.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're seeing that long ball with a couple of guys on as opposed to some solo shots because guys are not as consistent in the strike zone as much too. So there's a lot of positives about the product you're seeing right now, but I'm with you. I don't think there is any tinkering that needs to be done. I think the athletes have evolved. I think they've learned how to hit with the BB Core bats. I think what they did to the baseball not that long ago has also brought a little bit more of that offense in there. But now you're starting to see the pitchers coming back around and knowing that they have to elevate their game too.
Now, there are parts about college baseball where you're buying a roster, and there are some mid-tier college baseball conferences like the Big Ten that sometimes get fleeced. And it is the SEC's world, and the ACC wants to play along, and the Big 12 is not going to go anywhere. Next year they'll add Arizona, and that'll be a really, really good addition to the Big 12. The thing that has really, I think, been a benefit and will continue to be a benefit is that Major League Baseball cut down their draft.
Mm-hmm.
So you have older rosters that player that would have gone, in the 42nd round and decided to sign for, a couple of free trips to Pizza Ranch and something else, and his college education being paid for, he is sticking around, and all of a sudden he's a better player on that team. So I think in Major League Baseball, in a roundabout way, has helped college baseball because the old adage of get old, stay old, I think has really, really benefited this sport. And I don't see Major League Baseball going back to the old days of the draft where they had 60 rounds. I think they're very comfortable where it's at. Now it'll be, once we get through all of the COVID eligibility, it might change a little bit. But in terms of guys sticking around in college a little bit more, and also they might be able to make a little bit more in 1 year than they would signing as a pro. I think we're only going up with college baseball.
Yeah, the NIL element is very enticing. We've talked about it with college basketball too, but you're getting more veteran presence in the game, which is always a good thing. I look at it as the flip side of Major League Baseball. It benefits them as well because the type of player you're now getting in at the developmental level, when you're seeing low A to high A ball and you're seeing guys be able to have a little bit more knowledge of what to expect, a little bit more season. They've seen a little bit more of that high level play, especially if you're guys coming out of those power conferences where you mentioned it, 95 plus, you're seeing a lot of. You're seeing sliders having those abilities that you're going to see at the major league level too. There's guys that can now possess that they're facing at the collegiate level. That wasn't always the case. So I think it benefits Major League Baseball, the type of player you're getting in when they finally are in your organization.
Don't you think it also helps, and this isn't going to happen every year, but the fact that Wyatt Langford, Paul Skeens, a year ago were playing on this day. Now Skeens, wasn't playing every day as a pitcher, but Langford was. And I could have watched Major League Baseball in the last couple of days and seen Skeens pitch against Cincinnati, and then watch Wyatt Langford do things for the Rangers last night against the Royals. Where we're not very far removed from the great showdown between Skeens and Lauder, and he's not very far away from the majors, Dylan Cruz. So guys you watch in the College World Series, a year later you're seeing in the majors. That doesn't happen all the time, but there are more college players that are prepared to jump to Double-A to begin their career and be in the majors in a year or two compared to 1 year A-ball, Double-A, Triple-A, and then let's see that fourth year out of spring training they're in the majors.
We saw a little run of that, and I want to say it would have been TCU and Finnegan when he was ended up being on the postseason roster for Kansas City. And so after that, which I think is a great thing to showcase if you're college baseball. And it's a great thing to showcase if you're at the College World Series too, that this could be these guys. You're seeing some of these guys that you may not have to all of a sudden. Well, I remember him playing maybe 6 or 7 years ago in Omaha. Yeah, that name's familiar. No, you're seeing. You're right. This isn't the commonality or the expectation that it's going to happen with a handful of guys every year, but you're getting one or two guys that are either pushing for a postseason roster spot, and a lot of that obviously is going to be more of your pitchers, or in the next year or two, all of a sudden in spring training, you're seeing them up, you're seeing them getting on a 40-man roster within those first 2 years. Again, this goes back to your original point about where college baseball is right now. That is a big part of it too. And I think you're right. At some point when we get through the COVID eligibility, that draft is probably going to open up a little bit, but I hesitate to think it's going to go even close to where it was before, where you have the amount of rounds, the guys that are looking at, especially with that NIL part of it too, of maybe it's still better for me to get one more year, make some money, and that you're kind of betting on yourself a little bit with a little of a track record now that shows that that's probably actually a good thing to do these days.
That is Nick. Josh is here as well. I'm Gary. It is mornings with Sharp and Handley in the afternoon from Omaha Baseball Village on day one of the championship series. Man, there's a great vibe in this.
Best Little League uniforms I've seen so far. Look
prospects,
at those things.
they
those are sweet.
The Philadelphia Phillies would like to have a word with them.
Those are awesome.
All right, we're here until 6:15. We'll talk some ball with you all. I do have to mention this. I won't say it very loud because we're at the baseball event. Seeing all the fans here that are dressed in gear, I can't wait for college football.
Yep.
I can't wait for college football
to
be
here. Say
here.
that out loud.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
A lot of these people here also are very excited about college football. They have a distraction right now.
Well, I mean,
they're ready for college football.
I think we should talk about Dante Hall and Sir Parker.
Sir Parker, yes.
Against
you mentioned that win.
Peyton Manning and Jamal Lewis.
Yes.
Terry Fair, would he be able to slow down on defense? Texas A&M and Tennessee playing in 97.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a dream last night. This is how we're 10 Saturdays away from the college football season. I had a dream about me and the boys tailgating out in the backyard. So pumped up for the 2:30 CBS 1-3 Rutgers against 0-4 Indiana.
That's when you know you are ready. That's when you know you are a sicko.
All right. Off and running here at Omaha Baseball Village. 6:15, we go upstairs to the booth for the pregame, and then 6:30 first pitch between Tennessee and Texas A&M to win a national title. Best 2 out of 3. We're back with more from OBV on 1620 The Zone.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
We're excited to announce the grand opening of Saul's Jewelry and Loan's new downtown location. It's a Saul's shopping experience like you've never seen in this beautiful, historic location. And of course, we brought in tons of new inventory, amazing jewelry finds at our famous best in town prices, motorcycles, tools, bikes, guitars. And as always, get a cash on the spot loan from $10,000 to $50,000. Everything you've come to expect from Saul's in our new location. 22nd and Harney, downtown Omaha, Saul's Jewelry and Loan.
Cubby's in the Old Market is your tailgate and baseball party headquarters. Cold beer and a full liquor department. Pop, ice, and Cubby's bottled water. Plus hot coffee and fresh and hot breakfast every morning. Cubby's Old Market, 13th and Jackson has it all for every baseball fan. Get everything for the grill from the full meat department. Chester's Chicken, Godfather's Pizza Express, hot and fresh deli food. Cubby's at the corner of 13th and Jackson. Open 24 hours. Cubby's for the very best in convenience.
And we're back live, and what a beautiful day here at the park. Just listen to that crowd. Excitement's in the air. They've come to see the best of the best from all over the globe in what's been a fan favorite for nearly 130 years. That's right, it's all at Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium, the #1 zoo in the nation. Be sure to swing by between games and check out our newly reimagined Hubbard Orangutan Forest. Plan your visit at omahazoo.com.
In the heart of the country is a children's hospital at the forefront of pediatric innovation, where teddy bears and coloring books meet leading-edge treatment and technology, where warm smiles and a human touch go hand in hand with tools like remote patient monitoring and robotic-assisted surgery, and where a committed team of healthcare providers believes innovation is best used to deliver better care for kids. Children's Nebraska. Believe in better.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Why wait for your perfect landscape when Patera can get it booked now and installed in plenty of time to enjoy this summer? Gorgeous, healthy trees and bushes, a colorful garden with a water feature, a berm, a beautiful new patio. Whatever you're imagining for curb appeal or more privacy, Patera can book your project now so you can enjoy your perfect landscaping cookouts this summer. Patera, Omaha's best. PateraLandscaping.com.
If you want a perfect landscape, call Patera.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at
PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Now back to the Men's College World Series special live from Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Children's Nebraska and Access Bank on 1620 The Zone.
1620 The Zone, joined today by the Drug Enforcement Administration to learn about the dangers of fentanyl or to join in the fight against drugs. Visit DEA.gov. Be sure to come by the Zone booth inside the Omaha Baseball Village today. Register to win ice cream for a year. Ted and Wally's. Ted and Wally's official ice cream of 1620 The Zone, celebrating more than 35 years with over 3,000 flavors. Benson and the Old Market in Omaha. 3,000 flavors? I don't know about that. No, I'm sure it's there. I don't know if anybody's tried all 3,000 flavors. Severe, maybe. Maybe severe. Maybe severe. Other than that, I don't know.
All right. Whoa. I think we need a Texas A&M expert to come on here.
Are we slanting too much in?
Hold on. Here we go. Sir, Texas A&M, you got a comment on the game here? No. All right. Aggies in two.
Okay.
Who would win in football if A&M and Tennessee played today? Ooh, okay.
Okay.
You a big fan of Mike Elko? That was a good hire. What'd you think about Jimbo Fisher? Be honest here, and let's give you a microphone when you respond to that question. You got to hold it up. Okay.
I get it.
All right. Where are you from? The Bryan College Station area?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hold on here.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So, what's it like being an Aggie in Longhorn country? Now, okay, so what's your feelings of Texas joining you in the SEC? You can say that on there.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can say it on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
There you go. Hey, have fun in Omaha. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah. I didn't want to ask the follow-up question of would Texas A&M ever like coming to the Big Ten? I feel like that's not. Oh, okay. I got the finger wag. Nope. I got the Matumbo treatment there.
So you think we were talking earlier, and Texas A&M is searching for that elusive national championship, and there's a lot of money at Texas A&M. I mean, there's money, and then there's Texas A&M money, and then there's Nick Grimm, who's got a lot of money. Looking at the souvenirs that he's bought,
he's got his College World Series polo. He's got souvenirs.
I've heard a lot about you, ma'am. Nice to finally see you in person. Thank you. I hope you guys have fun. Nick's got you great seats for tonight's game.
Bye, Nick.
All right. Nick Grimm stopping by.
Nick Grimm.
We are on Celebrity Row.
You never know who's going to pop up.
But think about this for a moment. There is money, and all colleges are searching for money, and some have more money than others, like The Ohio State University. Yep. Then there is Texas A&M has got a ton of money. And, when you have money, you are allowed to dream in certain sports, and in baseball in the SEC, where there is a lot of money that is invested, you can dream of being here and winning a national title in a short amount of time. But if you think about the return on investment, like a place like Texas A&M, Nick, which has got a lot of money and invested a lot of money, they've come up short. But I'm thinking of the only athletic program in America that has got a ton of money, and I like to call them the New York Yankees of college athletics. Is there any other athletic department that has more pressure to win because of the money than Texas?
Nope. No. And think about it. There's been in the last decade There's been a time when we've talked about Texas basketball going into a season that when they were in the old Big 12 and Kansas was running the regular season and they had the consecutive titles, that, okay, if it's going to be a Team Texas, they got the team that can finally knock them off that perch. So, and then there was talk about, hey, that's a perennial top 10 team, could be a team that makes a Final Four, and then you never know. Baseball, you know the pressures. You've covered. You've been to that stadium. You know what those old Big 8, Big 12, or Big 12 matchups with Texas and Nebraska when you had.
Not that old, thank you.
I'm just saying it was that was a good time in baseball, both here in the state, but also that rivalry with Texas. But that was also a team that was here regularly, as far as getting here, trying to win a national championship year in and year out, especially when they had Augie. And then in football, and that's maybe where you saw last year finally a little bit of an exhale. That, okay, they were at least where they should be there at the end. Just a matter of having Sarkisian be able to push them over the top. But when it does come to the money, and this is where I think it'd be really interesting to be in those conversations amongst the fans in Austin, Texas, and throughout that state, of what we've experienced here in Nebraska, of all of a sudden you're not living up to the expectation, given, like you said, the resources that go into it. But does that force you to be all of a sudden become patient? And does that force you to understand that it is not that easy to win a national championship, no matter how much money you have? A lot of things still have to go your way, no matter the resources. Or has it just been year in and year out, that frustration that continues to mount? Because I think there's been a lot of that with Nebraska, but we're talking about different conferences, different situations, especially in football. But the resources that Texas has, that expectation, especially when I was growing up, following the College World Series, that was always the gold standard. So I'm really curious, have they learned patience, as we've seen other fan bases, when it comes to having those types of expectations, knowing what your programs, your athletic departments are about, where they try to set you up, but also the resources that continuously go in there, even in losing seasons?
Yeah, the thing about Texas baseball, so I don't know that they have made a final determination on David Pierce's job status. In Texas A&M, they lost in the College Station Regional. They went 1-2, and they were here. They've made numerous trips under David Pierce, but it just shows you when you have money, you can dream, and sometimes that's not always a good thing.
Right.
And Texas has a lot of money. That's just going to show you that's a conference, and the Big Ten is going to be this way as well. You can have all the money in the world. You got to spend smart money. That's why I think Texas A&M right now. That's why I think Texas A&M with their football hire finally in football has spent smart money in Mike Elko instead of chasing that good-looking money in Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah, it's a great point. And I think immediately of a team that I think spent wise money, but it ratchets up the pressure for an Ohio State team. It's the first team when you start talking about it, I think of, okay, Ohio State, you are in an amazing position. You've got every resource at your disposal when it comes to one of the very best in the Big Ten when it comes to all of that. Your team's pretty good. The way they recruit is pretty damn good too. But when it comes to resources, there's not many better than what Ohio State has at their disposal. But all of a sudden, okay, it's good to dream big, but that letdown can be that much more dramatic, that much more gut-wrenching when you don't get there. Because at the end of the day, no matter where you are as a roster and how many resources you pour into it, it is damn hard to win a national championship.
I think we just got a boiler up there. And that lady just stopped in front of us and said, boiler up.
Whoa.
Is she confused?
Okay. Actually, as you said that, I got confused because then I just saw a lot of Purdue colors, but it's not Purdue. It's a different team.
I don't know. Maybe they think this is March and Purdue got assigned to the Omaha Regional.
Or they might think it's May and that Purdue made the Big Ten tournament. I don't know.
Hour 2 presented by Nebraska Medicine, together extraordinary and powered by Access Bank. We're here for a reason, yours and by Children's Nebraska.
Why is it getting cloudy?
Oh, we're fine.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
We're fine.
I get a little itchy.
Did we say something funny, ma'am? Did I make you laugh? Hey, thank you. Who are you rooting for tonight? Oh, okay.
All right. So you're rooting for good baseball. So you're the Purdue fan. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
How'd you guys meet?
Okay.
Oh, come here, ma'am. This is too good of a story. We can't let this go by. Okay. Well, bring your husband over here.
Yeah.
Oh, he is your husband, right?
He's leaving. This is on you now.
Okay. Hey, I'm not going to judge. Whatever you want to do, you got to do. Okay, so your husband is a Purdue, or no? Okay, that's your husband. Do you guys share? Okay.
Boilermaker. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I got you. Joe Barry Carroll. Yeah.
Yeah, sure did.
Okay. You're in Big East country, so UConn beat you.
That is true. They're good though. UConn's good. There's nothing to feel bad about. Oh, wait. So Creighton and Purdue
hold on.
basketball?
What do you call that? A Jagers
Boiler? Is that a jailer maker? That's a jailer maker, I think.
Okay.
And we got connected through Kurt Word to a guy who grew up in Omaha. They needed some football tickets.
Okay.
When their kids were at school here, and he hooked us up, and we're like, no way we're giving you tickets unless you come to our tailgate.
All right.
All right.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And not only their tailgate, John Bergmeyer's State Farm in
Hey.
We might have to bill you.
I apologize, sir. I put the quarter in her, and now it will not end. Yeah. Hey. All right. That's awesome.
Husker,
That's great.
Boilermaker, handshake. It's great.
Have a great time. You know what? I think that September 28th in West Lafayette will not be comfortable for you. That's when Nebraska plays there.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
that's what we used to say about Nebraska.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah.
It used to be a baseball school, you know?
No, we are not giving out tickets.
I'm sorry.
Wow. I thought Purdue fans had a lot of money.
You thought by getting the mic that there was going to be a ticket handoff.
Okay. All right.
What part? Where in Chicago? Okay. All right.
Oh, well, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Maybe I'll just take that microphone back. All right. Thank you. Hey, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. She just say Jesus?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow, there was a wide range of topics there.
There was.
Topic alert.
That was a topic alert. That was definitely a topic alert.
Now I would like to take a break, but Josh is over talking to women. What is going on?
He is. Josh is talking to somebody that may or may not grab the open mic. I don't know. This is why you tune in. Better yet, this is why if you are around right now, you need to come up to where we are in the Omaha Baseball Village. If you want to tell us your story, we got a platform for you.
We got to take a break here.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not sure. People saying that the wireless here was not on.
Oh.
So they had no idea what that tomfoolery was. Basically, it was a Purdue fan, her and her husband, Nebraska fan, her and her husband. They share husbands, and they do not share the same rooting interest, I believe. And then she dropped the Jesus on us as she concluded the interview.
Yep.
Wow.
A lot to unpack.
Okay. Maybe that was a good thing that was not completely on the microphone. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We are at Omaha Baseball Village, where this is fun because we have game one of the championship series, which is around the corner. 6:15 airtime with the pregame show. A little after 6:30 first pitch. Ooh, it's gotten a little bit. The temp has dropped a bit.
I told you.
Check your weather app.
Does Josh have a forecast coming up? Okay.
We're back with more from Omaha Baseball Village on 1620 The Zone.
In the heart of the country is a children's hospital at the forefront of pediatric innovation, where teddy bears and coloring books meet leading-edge treatment and technology, where warm smiles and a human touch go hand in hand with tools like remote patient monitoring and robotic-assisted surgery, and where a committed team of healthcare providers believes innovation is best used to deliver better care for kids. Children's Nebraska. Believe in better.
The time between Memorial Day and Labor Day is known as the 100 deadliest days. Students are off for the summer, people are taking vacations, and the days are longer. It's a recipe for good times and long-lasting memories. Sadly, it accounts for 37% of Nebraska's traffic fatalities. Someone's waiting for you at a ball game, a party, or a wedding. Don't let a crash keep you away. Focus on driving. Brought to you by the Nebraska chapter of the National Safety Council and the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Oscar's Pizza and Sports Grill is West Omaha's headquarters for specialty pizzas and award-winning char-buffed wings. Enjoy games on their updated video and audio system and huge LED wall. Their main location on 173rd and Center is the perfect place to beat the heat with family and friends for the college baseball tournament. They also have a second carryout location at 162nd and West Maple Street, featuring the same great pizzas and wings. Oscar's Pizza and Sports Grill, home of the Big O Pizza and award-winning char-buffed wings.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You don't have to wait for your perfect landscape. Patera Landscaping can book your project now and have it beautifully installed in time to enjoy this July and August for cookouts and get-togethers. Trees, bushes, colorful gardens, water features, patios, outdoor kitchens. Patera Landscaping can do it all. Call today and have your perfect landscape this summer. Patera voted Omaha's best. PateraLandscaping.com.
If you want a perfect landscape, call Patera.
At Rotella's Italian Bakery, they put unsurpassed product quality into everything they bake. Old world skill and experience are masterfully blended with modern efficiencies to create the delicious breads, rolls, hamburger and hot dog buns, and other specialty products that have delighted their customers since 1921. Combining customer satisfaction with uncompromising quality is their goal. Rotella's Italian Bakery, a century of pride in every slice. To see the full menu of products, visit rotellasbakery.com.
Twisted Thunder Fireworks is going to save you big money. You'll find the best variety and the lowest prices in the entire state of Nebraska. Don't believe us? See page after page of products and pricing online at twistedthunder.com, where you can watch everything before you buy and choose local pickup so it's ready to go for you at the tent. Go to twistedthunder.com to check out all of our locations in Nebraska, as well as our location in Council Bluffs. That's twistedthunder.com.
There's a new tomorrow on the other side of the horizon. There are promises to honor, work that needs to be done, friendships to enjoy, and people that count on each other. These are the things that tie our communities together. They always have, and they always will. Build your tomorrow with a bank you can rely on. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now back to the Men's College World Series special live from Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Children's Nebraska and Access Bank on 1620 The Zone.
Gig 'em. 1620 Zone, join today.
Sorry,
Pyramid. No, you're good.
All right.
Give 'em. We're joined by Pyramid Contractors, craftsmanship at its finest. And come by the Zone booth at the bullpen inside Omaha Baseball Village. Register to win a summer prize bag of 10 tickets to Henry Dorley Zoo, Kansas City Royals tickets, and ice cream from Ted and Wally's for a year at 13th and Mike Fahey.
Hey, man, would you like us to smile? All right, why are you taking our picture?
Oh, no. Is this for evidence?
It's not allowed.
Oh, okay.
Where are you from? Oh, okay.
Fort Collins,
welcome.
great place.
Great city.
Real good breweries.
Do you
out
drink
there,
a lot
too.
in Fort Collins? You should. Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you
craft
for
beer
stopping
scene.
by.
Yes.
Hour
you bet.
2, presented by Nebraska Medicine Together Extraordinary. All right, here's a poll question that actually will not show up online, but just for randomly here. Nebraska, Tennessee are scheduled to play football in 2026 and 2027. Will Dylan Raiola ever play a regular season game against Tennessee? Because if this series does not get moved again, we will welcome back all of these Vols in 2026 in the fall. It would be insane in Memorial Stadium because it would be Dylan Raiola's last year. And then it would be insane by the amount of Nebraska people that would go to Knoxville in 2027. Do we think that Dylan Raiola will ever play a regular season game against Tennessee?
No.
Okay.
That's
All
good.
right.
That thing's getting dropped.
I hope not, man.
I do too. I hope it stays.
I hope Nebraska fans get to go and see Neyland Stadium. I hope that we get to see the next hour. That's what we're going to do. We're at Omaha Baseball Village. 6:30 first pitch. We go till 6:15. Please stop by, say hello, videotape us. We'll take selfies. We'll high-five you. We'll fist bump you. And we'll Giga Maggies or Oma Vols on 1620 The Zone.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
The Pinnacle Bank Championship presented by Woodhouse is back, and you don't want to miss a second of Omaha's biggest golf tournament of the year. Join us August 5th through the 11th to catch the action as players battle their way towards the PGA Tour. Plus, enjoy events like RSM Youth Day, the Patriot Outpost, and the Live and Loud Concert Series. Secure your tickets today at thepinnaclebankchampionship.com/tickets.
Twisted Thunder Fireworks is going to save you big money. You'll find the best variety and the lowest prices in the entire state of Nebraska. Don't believe us? See page after page of products and pricing online at twistedthunder.com, where you can watch everything before you buy and choose local pickup so it's ready to go for you at the tent. Go to twistedthunder.com to check out all of our locations in Nebraska as well as our location in Council Bluffs. That's twistedthunder.com.
Your home for the Men's College World Series is 1620 The Zone. KOC and Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. Sponsored by Lanaha Nurseries, 192nd and Center.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at
PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Our car radio is like a rookie pitcher quitting in the 7th inning.
Yeah, and now it's the bottom of the 9th. The AC's out and the transmission's throwing wild pitches.
So I was checking out car loans from Liberty First Credit Union. Applying looks like a home run with rates as low as 4.99% APR.
It's game time.
Step up to the plate with a Liberty First Credit Union auto loan. Equal opportunity lender. 48-month term for 2022 and newer models. Credit factors apply. Rates, terms, and conditions subject to change.
Take me out to the Rib Shack.
Take me out with the crowd.
Buy me some ribs, brisket, and some mac.
I don't care if I never get back. Let me eat at the Rib Shack.
In every bite, there's a win. For it's 1, 2, 3 slabs you're in at the old Rib Shack.
Rib Shack Smokehouse, 108th and Q.
1620 The Zone is live at the Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Access Bank. Here for a reason, yours and Children's Nebraska. Here are your hosts for today's broadcast, Gary Sharp and Nick Handley on 1620 The Zone.
Welcome back. We are in Omaha Baseball Village, our home here on 1620 The Zone. Big thanks, by the way, to all of our partners that have made this possible. We've been here for a little over a week now, and we have had a blast. This has been a lot of fun in 2024, and we'd like to have 3 more days of it. Best 2 out of 3 begins at 6:30 tonight in the little place across the street, otherwise known as the Chuck. Texas A&M and Tennessee. Texas A&M, which has in 27 innings, Nick, in this College World Series, they've allowed 3 runs. They've struck out 37. Now they're facing the #1 national seed, who is 58-12, and as a team has hit 321 in their 3 games and are averaging over 8 runs. not a bad little matchup we're about to have here beginning at 6:30.
Safe to say we've got the two best teams. On what was, we began this whole thing, we got into a lot of the different content surrounded with this College World Series, the ACC, SEC narrative, but more than anything for baseball fans like everybody in this booth right now, we knew that this would be a great College World Series. So it would only be fitting that we would get what is really throughout the season been the two best college baseball teams to fight it out for a national championship. And with what Tennessee does, and I'm glad you brought that up earlier on the show about, is this the pitching versus hitting it? And we talked about where college baseball is, where there's maybe a little bit of a balance point right now. But when you think about what Prager brings to the mound for Texas A&M and what that offense looks like led by Christian Moore for Tennessee, this could be one of those series that when all is said and done, we catch our breath and say, damn, that was a lot of fun, because the series and the teams that we've seen, the players that we've seen in this thing have been pretty special too.
I'm really disappointed in your response to the Tennessee series not going to happen.
I'm just trying to be real, man. And I'm not trying to overreact from what is happening with the USC trying to get out of some series now, and this is where college football is going. I'm disappointed too, but I also feel like that's where we're headed, not just with Nebraska, not just with Tennessee, but other teams.
Man,
when it comes to those big matchups, I hope somehow these athletic departments get together, because for the fans, we think of Tennessee fans and we think of Nebraska fans having that opportunity to visit those two places in two programs that, think about it. In the 90s, and when Nebraska won their last national championship in 1997 against Peyton Manning and that Tennessee team. But the passion that goes into, we've seen it here from a baseball standpoint too, and we live it every day when it comes to everything Nebraska football and Nebraska athletics. I think more than anything, it would be a damn shame because of the fans and what they'd have a chance to experience in 2 years.
So,
I mean, do you disagree, though, that's going to happen?
So 2026, 2027, it is on the schedule. There was a time before college football completely changed. Nebraska was regularly playing home and home against SEC schools. Yep. I hope that one stays. Right now, the 2026 non-con is Ohio, Tennessee, North Dakota. The trip in 2027 to Neyland, gosh, what an experience to go down there. And I'm a big fan. I've always told this story. So the athletic director at Georgia went to Mark Richt, and he said, our fans would like to go and visit the cathedrals of college football. Now, not back to back to back,
right,
but would you be interested in us exploring places like Lincoln, Nebraska, South Bend, Indiana, other places like that where we could take Georgia? We'd make it a home and home. This isn't a neutral site thing. We'd make it a home and home. Would you be opposed to that? And he said no. So Georgia approached, this is when Sean Eichhorst was the athletic director of Nebraska. They approached Nebraska about doing a home and home between Georgia and Nebraska because Georgia approached it this way. Our fans would love to come to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln.
Yeah.
And that Nebraska fans would travel to Athens to Sanford Stadium to see a game between the hedges. There was only one date that matched up, and they didn't want to do they didn't want to do a contract where it was separated by multiple years. They wanted to do a home and home.
Yeah.
So and Nebraska was one of the first schools they contacted. Once they couldn't come to an agreement, that's when they pivoted and went to Notre Dame. And you saw the result. Yeah. There was a massive amount of Georgia fans that went to South Bend, and as a result, a massive amount of Notre Dame fans that went down to Georgia. So these are the kind of games that I hope stay on the schedule. But, I mean, I'm realistic of the current day where, you're going to start, the non-con is going to look a little bit different. It's a series that has been on the schedule and has been moved. I hope 2026 and 2027, because wouldn't that be something? Dylan Raiola, that just enhances his Heisman Trophy run in his junior year by beating an SEC school in Lincoln.
Yeah, having that game at home. Matt Rule has spoke about the future of scheduling. And I think he's been pretty open and pretty realistic about it. And he understands that with the conference strengthening the way that it is and how the conference schedules overall are going to look here going forward, that it probably does make more sense to give yourself a little bit of a break. At the end of the day, he's going to do what's best for his program. He's going to do what's best for those student athletes to have their chance to succeed. But I don't think it is lost on him or anybody. I don't know Troy Dannon enough to say, boy, this is something that Troy Dannon is very passionate about. But when it comes to giving your fans the experience that you could possibly give them, to where you do get Tennessee coming in here, then you get a chance to go out there to Knoxville and go to Neyland Stadium to see that game. And then, who knows? Maybe it could come down to a situation where, all right, this is it. That's the last one. Going further, we are making sure that we're a little bit more lenient on our schedule, a little bit more light on our non-conference schedule. We're going to give them this as long as Tennessee's cool with it. And then after that, we're moving forward and going with a little bit more of a modest scheduling model for non-conference games. I love that, but I still think that's a stretch.
There'll be 20,000 Nebraska fans will go to Knoxville, Tennessee in 2027.
Probably have the time of their life, too.
Never been there before.
Nope.
The experience, 100,000-seat stadium.
I'd go there.
More than likely, it would be a pretty damn big game.
Yeah.
For both of those years.
Yep.
All right. So that'll be the next time we see all you Tennessee people. No, I think Tony Vitale is going to be a regular here. That Vols jersey that gentleman right there is wearing, people, this is radio, so we're not on TV unless you're watching on the stream. You can't see the guy. The cream look that Tennessee once in a while will wear is a banger of a uniform.
Only alternative to white and gray uniforms is when you do the cream alternative uniform. I've said it many times. I'm not a fan of the solid colors like the royal blue or the. I know some people talking about the Florida State, the maroon,
the Ole Miss powder.
Now the powders are cool. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll throw powders in there too, because that's still a little bit of a nod to the old school.
Carolina just has banger after banger uniform.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, the powder blues I think are acceptable, but when we start getting into royal blue, we start getting into the red.
Would we consider Oklahoma State's orange top one of the top 5 baseball uniforms?
V-neck? Yeah, the V-neck. Yeah, I love it. Stanford, I go with the maroon Stanford one too. Is one of the more iconic ones you remember seeing here. If they're not wearing the white, they're always just wearing that real basic V-neck Stanford across the front. Yeah, it's less is more when it comes to that. We're getting a little too crazy, a little too men's slow pitch softball with uniforms these days.
All right, we are powered by Access Bank, here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska. Stop by, say hello. We are conveniently located inside of the Omaha Baseball Village, which is packed. People are spending money. They might not be going to the stadium because that's a lot of money to go in the stadium, but they are here, and there is everything you could ever want for your baseball experiences right here at Omaha Baseball Village, including the fine folks at 1620 The Zone, a station that I like to listen to in my spare time. Josh Hodson is here. Nick Handley is here. You're here. We've got more thoughts on this matchup. We got Ryan Prager for Texas A&M tonight. He is 9-1. Because of an injury to A.J. Russell, Tennessee treats Friday nights like a opener.
Mm-hmm.
And so Chris Stalmos did not go as long as they thought in the first game against Florida State. We'll see how long he goes tonight. This is also the unique thing, Nick. These two teams did not meet during the regular season. Their only meeting was in the SEC tournament in Hoover, Alabama. And ironically, that is the last time that Texas A&M has lost. They've won 8 in a row since then.
Yeah, 7-4 victory for Tennessee, too. So it was well played. It gives you an idea of what we could see in this series. And, yeah, that was the first thing I think a lot of people, when you saw this trending towards Tennessee versus Texas A&M, when both those teams went 1-0 in their respective openers, a lot of people started looking to see if that was going to be the matchup, what it looked like, had those teams that played before, and you realize, wow, that's kind of interesting that if we get that matchup, that's going to be the first actual series that we see from these teams. Is going to be a national championship setting on arguably the 2 best teams in college baseball all season long.
All right, quick break. We'll come back. We're live at Omaha Baseball Village. In about an hour, we're going across the street and upstairs for the pregame show ahead of Game 1 of the championship series between Texas A&M and Tennessee. It is a best 2 out of 3. Don't forget, tomorrow, great stage for college baseball, not only on 1620 The Zone, but on ABC. It's a 1 o'clock first pitch tomorrow. If necessary, 6 o'clock on Monday, when it is going to be 147 degrees in Omaha. So that might be a little bit of an enticement to get it over in 2. We will be back with more from Omaha Baseball Village on 1620 The Zone.
In the heart of the country is a children's hospital at the forefront of pediatric innovation, where teddy bears and coloring books meet leading-edge treatment and technology, where warm smiles and a human touch go hand in hand with tools like remote patient monitoring and robotic-assisted surgery, and where a committed team of healthcare providers believes innovation is best used to deliver better care for kids. Children's Nebraska. Believe in better.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
Velocity Clinical Research in Omaha frequently conducts clinical trials for a broad range of investigational treatments. Velocity is currently seeking participants to wear a Fitbit watch for 31 days with compensation of up to $200. Some other current studies includes low T, COPD, flu, pediatric, infant, and RSV. They also perform vaccine studies for people of all ages. See current trials at velocityclinicaltrials.com, compensation for study-related time and travel, and find out more at velocityclinicaltrials.com.
Hey everybody, it's Michael Savit for Ted and Wally's Premium Ice Cream. Now that we got through the spring and we're in the summer, what's better for summer than ice cream? I always say, get yourself a bucket load. Now, I know they don't sell it by the buckets at Ted and Wally's, but they do sell it by the pint. They do sell it by the half gallon. All you got to do is call ahead to get yours reserved today. And so many flavors. Go on social media, whether it's Facebook or on Twitter, and they have a list of the day's ice creams for both locations. That's in the old market, of course, and in Benson. Swing by there, get yourself some great ice cream this summer, and tell them Severe sent you.
Why wait for your perfect landscape when Patera can get it booked now and installed in plenty of time to enjoy this summer? Gorgeous, healthy trees and bushes, a colorful garden with a water feature, a berm, a beautiful new patio. Whatever you're imagining for curb appeal or more privacy, Patera can book your project now so you can enjoy your perfect landscape and cookouts this summer. Patera, Omaha's best. PateraLandscaping.com.
If you want a perfect landscape, call Patera.
I'm Dawn. My journey began when my internal specialist found a mass. My biggest fear was missing out on future memories. Nebraska Cancer Specialists has made it possible for me to continue to be active and to be able to spend time with my family. Together We Are Stronger means that I know that I can't do it all myself. My NCS family has allowed me to create the memories that I want to make. NebraskaCancer.com.
It's time to make a game plan for game day parking. During big events, curbside parking in Omaha has a higher event rate. So save money for peanuts and Cracker Jack by parking in a garage or surface lot. You can even reserve an off-street parking space days, hours, or minutes in advance with the Park mobile app. Learn more about where to park and how to pay at parkomaha.com.
And we're back live, and what a beautiful day here at the park. Just listen to that crowd. Excitement's in the air. They've come to see the best of the best from all over the globe in what's been a fan favorite for nearly 130 years. That's right, it's all at Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium, the #1 zoo in the nation. Be sure to swing by between games and check out our newly reimagined Hubbard Orangutan Forest. Plan your visit at omahazoo.com.
Experience the difference and save more when you shop at one of our 3 convenient Woodhouse Ford locations. And right now, it's more affordable than ever to get behind the wheel of a new vehicle when you visit a Woodhouse Ford dealership. Going on now, save up to $10,000 off MSRP on the 2024 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT with approved credit, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires 7/08/2024. See dealer for details.
To be a part of Nebraska medicine
Hi, welcome.
is to be a part of something extraordinary.
Nebraska Medicine, how may I help you?
Because these are the doors that open doors.
How are you?
To growth and opportunity, to advancement and impact, to extraordinary teamwork.
That went really well.
Together, for each other, and for our community. Because within the doors of Nebraska medicine,
Good to see you.
we welcome your curiosity, value your voice,
Dr. Richards, what do you think?
and partner with you to chart your path to do the extraordinary. Together,
You got this.
this is our commitment we never take for granted. Because when you open the doors
Let me get that.
to Nebraska medicine, you open yourself to an academic experience, a life experience, an extraordinary team experience beyond what you can get anywhere else. And that's exactly why here is where you belong.
Ready?
Nebraska medicine. Together, extraordinary. Join us at nebraskamed.com/careers.
Now back to the Men's College World Series special live from Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Children's Nebraska and Access Bank on 1620 The Zone.
1620 The Zone, joined today by the Drug Enforcement Administration. To learn about the dangers of fentanyl or to join it in the fight against drugs, visit DEA.gov. Also, be sure to come by the Zone booth right here in the Omaha Baseball Village. Register to win a summer prize pack of tickets to the Henry Dorley Zoo, KC Royals tickets, ice cream from Ted and Wally's for a year. 13th and Mike Fahey. We've got the Max Homa bag that is also up for grabs. And we've got Pitchtown! Oh, if you don't have the good vibes of college baseball right now, as we are basically an hour away from getting you to the pregame coverage, A&M and Tennessee, I don't know what to do for you. OAR. Oh, why?
I have to.
Why?
Okay. Well, because that person is just walking through with a dog.
Oh. Were you going to get the dog on? Oh, remember this. One of the great CWS Opens when they did this, too. Wasn't the video shot in Omaha? Everybody say it. You know the song. Oh, not yet. Okay, here it comes. Now we get the build-up. No one. Wow. It's very disappointing.
Yeah.
Maybe if we played the Back Home in Omaha song. Remember that one, too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Back Home in Omaha.
All right, let me find that one.
Yeah.
Let me remind people that we are powered by Access Bank, here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska. All right, buy me a little time here. I'll find that song.
Okay. By the way, yes, our pregame coverage with the Westwood One broadcast, it will be at 6:15. Kevin Kugler, Scott Graham, and we'll have Johnny Bishop on the field. Game one. And we're going to be back out here at the Omaha Baseball Village. It'll be myself, Connor Happer, Josh Odson, starting at 10 a.m. right up into the pregame coverage with that 1 o'clock first pitch tomorrow, and then the if necessary, as we've been talking a little bit off the air about Monday. Monday, dry, yes, but also the heat. The heat might be a factor for a winner-take-all Monday night affair if we do get to that. So, yeah, there's some motivation to maybe get this thing wrapped up before you have to deal with that. But attendance has been great. We've got a lot of people out here at the Omaha Baseball Village, and another banger for you right here. That was just spinning tunes.
Make your choice, OAR or Back Home Again in Omaha.
Yeah. It's more baseball lyrics than this one. Yeah.
Never seen a sky so crystal clear. Never
Seen the zoo so cool. I don't know. They don't use it anymore. I mean, it's perfect. Did they get fatigued on it? Because you're going to recognize, if you haven't heard this, you're going to recognize this part right here as we get to the hook. Right here.
I can do it all. It feels so good to breathe the air back home in Omaha.
Oh,
there we go.
Again, we're lubing it up. We're lubing it up for everyone right now.
I don't think, have they played Back Home in Omaha since they moved downtown?
No. And I don't know if they've gone with this town, because this town was also, I remember, Rosenblatt-esque. I think this town was maybe right around when Fresno State won it in 08. If memory serves, one of the great 4-seed upsets that we've ever seen. Ever. Good team. That Georgia team was good too.
So Georgia won the national title. I think this was the first SEC school to win a title was Georgia in 90, and they've won 14 since. The SEC has.
Oh yeah, the SEC. I'm like, Georgia? No.
So the SEC has won 5 straight national titles.
Yep.
6 of the last 7. And if you had to, we had 4 from the SEC and 4 from the ACC this year. If you had to find a program that could stop this monopoly that the SEC has on college baseball, I mean, it might be tough. I mean, it might be a school that could be joining them in Florida State.
Yeah.
We
got close in 19.
The SEC dominance in college baseball is not changing anytime soon because the investment is only getting greater, whether it be facilities, whether it be money you are spending on head coaches, staff, or on players. There just is no end in sight. And I brought this up. I don't know if I brought this up on our show yesterday or with somebody else. Unlike, let's say, the Big Ten or even the Big 12 or even the ACC, there are a handful of schools in the SEC where baseball is the second sport.
Yeah, you were talking about Texas A&M about that.
So at Texas A&M, they will tell you, because there is a culture of the South, that college baseball is the number 2 sport at Texas A&M behind football.
Which is,
I mean, how many schools? How many just, I don't know, randomly, Power 4 schools do you think that college baseball is the number 2 sport?
Can I say Arkansas?
Did that change with the hiring of? Well, basketball, they haven't been bad. Now they have a passion for baseball.
Right.
I would still probably go football, basketball, but baseball isn't very far behind.
Right.
I mean, it's definitely a 3.
Yeah, because that scene is not what we typically see, and we see it here in Nebraska, is you support Husker athletics or you support Arkansas athletics, but you can tell when you're around an actual baseball fan base. Like the fact that I remember Arkansas, they're doing a post-game call-in show after baseball games, and we're talking even regular season games. That to me tells you that there's a pretty hungry fan base, and there's a demand for that right now. You maybe on one hand you could count how many athletic departments that have that.
And I think here's like if there was a Big Ten school that baseball was number 2, you'd be like, oh man, you guys are in trouble.
Yeah.
But if there's like Texas A&M, if you go, and baseball is the second sport, they go, yeah, hell yeah, it is.
And it's not like they don't care about basketball there either.
I mean, Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Is Mississippi State the number 1 sport in Starkville baseball? Hey, what's going on?
Man,
good to see you, sir.
It is. I still have a tough time wrapping my head around an SEC school where baseball is number 1. I feel like it's got to be football, but I mean, there's no question that that's one of the schools that has baseball as their number 2 over men's basketball.
I think I can make a strong case that Mississippi State baseball is the number 1 sport there.
Wow. I mean, it's unlike anything else. That much we know, and maybe having them here and getting a little bit more surrounded by that baseball culture that Mississippi State has. You could be right. I again just think SEC football. And go back to when they had Dak, and seeing that stadium the way it was, and seeing the way that they had.
Hold on, are you a Mississippi State fan or a Cowboy fan?
I'm a Dak teacher.
You're a who? What?
A Dak teacher? You taught Dak Prescott?
Hold on.
Whoa! We need a mic here.
Hold on. Is this on, Josh?
A Dak. Right. So we're talking to Dak Prescott's teacher.
Hey, can I ask one question before you start talking? You got some empty cups there. How much have we been drinking today? You got to hold that up to. Yeah. Okay, but right. That wasn't the question. So when did you start drinking today?
Earlier?
Like, are we like in the single teens of an hour?
In 5th grade.
Really?
How was 5th grade Dak? Was he?
Now, where are you from, ma'am? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, my quarterback is from Texas, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, we're LSU.
So, okay. Were you, I know, is that your husband filming you? Okay. Did you come here last year when you won the national title?
Nice.
Okay. All right.
So we always talk about the LSU fans that come here, even when LSU's not in the College World Series. And I hope you realize we love that. We absolutely love that.
And when we stayed in the hotel, we were like, wait a minute, this is not like LSU.
Yeah. It's a little bit down.
Wild.
Yeah, all are.
But we love you.
Who?
We love you.
Anybody else famous you've taught?
I had one go off, but he didn't make it.
In baseball or
Okay.
in football? Okay.
Are you still a teacher, ma'am?
I still am.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
Oh, and then we're going into retirement. Oh,
Wow.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so this year was a little bit choppy for LSU baseball, but they almost pulled an upset in Chapel Hill and would have hosted at Alex Bach. So how was this season looked at from the LSU perspective on the heels of a national title here last year?
Well, I kind of thought they were going to have it because they really pulled it out.
Yeah.
I mean, they came back firing up.
All right, final question. What do you think of Brian Kelly's Louisiana accent?
I love it. Okay.
I don't have one of those.
Yeah.
It went from Brian to Brian.
Well, we always say this. We're as Omahans, we always say this. We love the LSU people because even when your team is not here, you guys are still coming here and throwing a big old party. That is. So, we miss last year's LSU.
Oh, we had some fun.
You guys were hammered.
We stayed in the hotel with them, and that was
Yeah.
a blast.
How many Jello shots did you have? As a lot of people said that, I couldn't remember.
All right, last question, I promise. If you are given the opportunity to go to Hawaii or Omaha during College World Series weekend, where are you going? I love it. See, I asked that question because I already knew the answer. But
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
But we come to Omaha. That's our annual trip.
Oh, well,
Love it.
thank you.
Love it.
Thank
yes.
you. Go Tigers.
You guys are the best.
Can you
Yeah, that's
can
awesome.
you do Go Tigers in the Ed Orgeron voice? Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Oh, wait a minute. This young man can?
We got an Ed Orgeron.
We got this young.
Oh, Ed. Oh,
all right.
You put her on the spot.
Go Tigers.
It's a little gross.
Hey, thank you. Welcome to Omaha. Have a good time.
Thank you for
All
being
right, welcome
here.
back.
Love it. There's nobody like them. There's nobody like the LSU baseball fan base.
That's what the SEC is all about.
Exactly. This is what we miss in the Big Ten when it comes to baseball. This is what we miss. That passion.
All right, we are an hour away from the opening pitch of Game 1 of the championship series. Adam texts the show. He would say, throwing this in, so I'm going to stand by Mississippi State. Baseball is the number one sport there. Vanderbilt, number one sport is baseball.
Okay,
and
there you go.
That's the one where there's
100%.
probably no discussion whatsoever.
Yeah, that is definitely. It's not even. debatable.
Jacob, who may or may not appear on our show on Monday.
Oh, him.
More people in orange or people in maroon? This lady says orange.
She says orange.
This
yeah.
gentleman here is a diehard A&M
Maroon.
fan. He says maroon.
I gotta say the maroon takeover today compared to what we saw earlier in the week is noticeable, but you also saw a pretty steady presence from Tennessee. So I think the maroon is a lot more noticeable now because it's blossomed quite a bit in the last 48 hours.
That's going to be a great atmosphere in that stadium.
Yeah.
What'd you say? All right. He said the 12th man is undefeated. That's true. In the NCAA tournament, the Aggies are 8-0.
Yes, they are.
All right. This show is powered by Access Bank. Here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska. Oh, you don't have to have a pass to get in here, sir. I don't know why he's showing us his pass. All right.
You're good.
We are
You're good. Come on
live
in.
from Omaha Baseball Village. There's Nick. Josh is here as well. I'm Gary on 1620 The Zone.
Attention sports and entertainment fans, Tickets for Less is your home for all your ticket needs. Don't miss out on the excitement of Omaha with great ticket options with no fees from Tickets for Less. Plus, did you know TFL has more to offer? Tickets for Less also has the best selection of tickets for Husker football games, the top concerts, and so much more, all with no added service fees at checkout. Shop for your seats now at ticketsforless.com or call today at 402-398-1999 and save big on your next ticket order today with promo code THEZONE at checkout.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
He thinks bean counting is an iPhone app. He is the most uninteresting man in the world.
Hi, I'm Bob Berger. Don't just get your taxes done, get them managed. If you're tired of losing sleep over your business and personal taxes, you're ready to make more money, give us a call.
Call Berger, Elliott, and Pritchard CPAs at 402-551-1919 or visit BEPCPA.com.
At Rotella's Italian Bakery, they put unsurpassed product quality into everything they bake. Old world skill and experience are masterfully blended with modern efficiencies to create the delicious breads, rolls, hamburger and hot dog buns, and other specialty products that have delighted their customers since 1921. Combining customer satisfaction with uncompromising quality is their goal. Rotella's Italian Bakery, a century of pride in every slice. To see the full menu of products, visit rotellasbakery.com.
Make the right call. John Higgins Weather Car, the home of the roofery.
When it's time to replace or repair storm damage, make the right call. John Higgins Weather Guard, the local, trusted, and proven choice. No one has installed more Da Vinci roofs, and there's a reason why John Higgins Weather Guard is the nation's leader. Community member, community supporter. Make the right call.
John Higgins Weather Guard, the home of the roofery. Make the right call.
It's time to make a game plan for game day parking. During big events, curbside parking in Omaha has a higher event rate. So save money for peanuts and Cracker Jack by parking in a garage or surface lot. You can even reserve an off-street parking space days, hours, or minutes in advance with the Park mobile app. Learn more about where to park and how to pay at parkomaha.com.
And we're back live, and what a beautiful day here at the park. Just listen to that crowd. Excitement's in the air. They've come to see the best of the best from all over the globe in what's been a fan favorite for nearly 130 years. That's right, it's all at Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium, the #1 zoo in the nation. Be sure to swing by between games and check out our newly reimagined Hubbard Orangutan Forest. Plan your visit at omahazoo.com.
Curveballs belong in baseball, not your bank. When you choose Access Bank for your personal or commercial banking needs, you'll know what to expect every time. Personalized, all-in-one service from experts who know banking and the Omaha Metro. Access Bank has convenient branch locations and easy online solutions. Because we're here for a reason, to make your experience a home run. Learn more at accessbank.com. Member FDIC.
You don't have to wait for your perfect landscape. Patera Landscaping can book your project now and have it beautifully installed in time to enjoy this July and August for cookouts and get-togethers. Trees, bushes, colorful gardens, water features, patios, outdoor kitchens. Patera Landscaping can do it all. Call today and have your perfect landscape this summer. Patera voted Omaha's best. PateraLandscaping.com.
If you want a perfect landscape, call Patera.
Success in today's electrical market requires your company to be able to adjust to an ever-changing field. A partnership with IBEW Local 22 gives you that flexibility with access to journeymen, apprentices, proven training programs, marketing assistance, entry into markets not available before, ability to expand and contract with changing market conditions, and a benefits package for you and your employees. Contact Bob at IBEW Local 22 for additional details at 402-980-7596.
Now back to the Men's College World Series special live from Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Children's Nebraska and Access Bank on 1620 The Zone.
$16.20 The Zone hydration sponsor is Zen Water. Time for a hydration break, presented by Zen Water. Thirsty for a change. 1620 The Zone live at the Omaha Baseball
Look at all these
Village.
celebrities we got here.
I know.
We got Steve King.
Yes.
He's a legend. Caitlin Hanna, who is one of the best young golfers in the state of Nebraska. Unfortunately, she made the unwise decision to go to college at Iowa. She got the big Iowa Amateur, which she won last year, is coming up. She stopped by. So I'm seeing a lot of Omaha West Side grads here because Dalton Bargo graduated from West Side 2 years ago, went to Missouri, and then transferred to Tennessee in the offseason. And he has had a nice sophomore year playing for Tony Vitello.
I saw
in
you
Knoxville.
trying to work the transfer portal to strengthen that Nebraska golf program.
Well,
too,
I tried to get Caitlin to
you do your thing.
get transferred to Nebraska.
Yeah,
But apparently
that's
she
all right.
likes playing golf in Iowa.
No, I don't know. I've played golf in Iowa. I don't know about that.
How you doing?
Omaha Baseball Village is sponsored by the Omaha Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium. #1 zoo in the nation. Visit omahazoo.com to plan your adventure.
Can I help you?
What's up, everyone?
Hold on. What now?
Could we get a Go Aggies?
Of course you can.
No. Hey, what happened to your shirt?
It's the new style.
It is.
Hold on here.
It
Whoa,
is the
whoa,
new
whoa,
style.
whoa, whoa.
You talked about this.
There's a little bit of an age difference between you and I. What is this new style that you guys are wearing in shirts?
I actually invented it.
You invented it. Man.
Okay, and
A lot of college players are doing it too. Good on you.
Explain what this new look is for kids your age and the way you wear your shirts.
It's cool.
Oh, I'm going to need more than that.
Yeah. So there's no shirt under the jersey.
There's no
right?
shirt under the
We're not
jersey?
doing shirts under the jersey anymore, right?
I don't know. Your friends don't seem to be real
Yeah.
enthused with this idea of what you're wearing. Okay.
He wears it
He
normal?
wears it
Okay.
normal.
Yeah.
Those are, by the way, those are great jerseys. Kudos
Yeah, they
to
are.
Coach for designing
Where
those.
are you guys from?
Where are you from? All right.
All right, nice.
Lombard, Illinois.
Lombard.
All right. Well, thank you for coming to the College World Series.
Yeah.
Hope you have a great time.
And go Bears, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
And maybe
all right.
before winter in Chicago, put a shirt on,
There
kid.
we go.
Okay. All right.
Those are my people, Bears fans. All right.
This hour is powered by Access Bank, here for a reason, yours, and by Children's Nebraska.
I was warned about this. You warned me about this too. Gary at the Omaha Baseball Village is unlike anything else.
Well, I mean, it's good people watching
It
spot.
is. It is, especially this location. It's
Go
been
Vols.
fantastic all week.
See,
Right?
that's
He's got
it's a
game
sign
face
of not
on.
a true fan. If they
Yeah.
walk by and you say GBR and they just ignore you,
Yep.
not a Nebraska fan.
Yep, closet fan.
Yeah.
Fake
Oh,
fan,
that
fake
he
fan.
wanted to gig him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Gig him. A lot of Aggies
Yep, see-
fans
oh,
here.
yep.
There
So
you
you
go.
got that.
12th man.
Now, I love this. This happened, this would have been on Monday. Was going out to the Lot D, and there was an older couple, and they looked like they were in a really focused conversation. They were both Tennessee fans. And then there was an extremely young, maybe looked like either newlyweds or maybe they just started dating. They were also in Tennessee gear, and they're walking by. They're all having their, it seemed like a serious conversation within their little party. But as they crossed paths, they both gave just a very subtle go Vols, go Vols. And then they just kept talking about whatever they were talking about. That's where I was like, yep, these people get it. They're true fans. That's really cool. I love it.
If you know, you know.
Yep.
And if you know Christian Moore, you know that he is an unfortunate. I think because we got to watch him during the college baseball season, Braden Montgomery, who transferred from Stanford to Texas A&M, at one point top 5 major league prospect. He'll still go in the first round, but suffered a season-ending leg injury in the Super against Oregon. Absolutely great player. Kind of shows you the perseverance of Texas A&M and their depth. But they've been able to overcome a couple of significant injuries, whether it be to Montgomery or a pitcher, and they just keep churning along. I mean, they are a well-built roster. There's no outside of Jace Laviolette, who is potentially going to be the number 1 overall pick in next year's Major League Baseball draft, their starting right fielder, who robbed a home run against Florida late in the game a week ago today. They're not really a team that is stocked full of superstars, as I would call it. They're just a really well-constructed roster.
Yeah, and we've seen many times teams like that in the college baseball season and really in the College World Series have success that way because they understand the roles. Are damn good college baseball players. Maybe not as far as the overall draft stock being, first through fourth round type potential there. But this is kind of the other story that I feel like is told about the College World Series is you get what we had last year when it came to that much draftable players. And this year, it's not like the cupboard's bare. And you mentioned even some of the 2025 draft hopefuls and draft projects too. But you also get those teams that just they're coached very well, and we know Jim Schlossnagle has that. How many teams can you think of in college baseball in this modern era that you could lose a player of the caliber of Braden Montgomery and still be in position, in really good position too? I think about Florida. Think about it a year ago. If they lose a Jack Caglione and what that does for them. This year it was a little bit more of a rocky year. They do finish here in Omaha, but you lose that type of caliber player. And that's what Braden Montgomery meant to them as far as what he can do offensively. Losing a guy like that, yet you still don't miss a beat. That, to me, that goes directly to the roster you've constructed, but also Jim Schlossnagle.
Another thing that we've noticed in the SEC and kind of the route to becoming a head coach in college baseball is the pitching coach. Wes Johnson was a pitching coach at LSU last year. He got hired to be the head coach at Georgia before they won the national championship. But look he almost got the Dogs in his first year to the College World Series. Look at, Ellie, who was on with us to begin the show back in the first hour. She brought up Frank Anderson, who longtime pitching coach, Oklahoma State, Texas. We're familiar with him,
Nebraska,
not only because he's a Nebraska guy, but he has been across college baseball. And, despite attempts to get him to leave Knoxville, they've kept him at Tennessee, and look at Tennessee's pitching.
Yeah.
But look at even more so Texas A&M. Max Wiener, who they hired as their pitching coach, young pitching coach, he might be one of the better pitching coaches in all of college baseball. Look at how much of improvement the Texas A&M staff has made. They're bringing guys, either they're starting them like Prager tonight, who I think is a fantastic pitcher, or they're bringing guys out of the bullpen. All they do is throw strikes.
Yep.
They're smart pitchers.
Yep.
But there's a guy, they made an investment in a pitching coach, and look, it's paid off. They're not here in the College World Series if their staff is not better compared to last year. Now, they redid their roster a bit, but he is on the radar for the next big job because he's done as a pitching coach under Jim Schlossnagle.
Well, and that's that. So we just brought up how you can overcome losing a player of Montgomery's caliber. That's how you do it right there, because you already have a stock pitching staff. And I think of younger pitching coaches like Wiener that come in and you are embracing the analytics. But I've had this conversation with a lot of college baseball coaches in the last couple of years. I always ask the question, maybe I'm seeing things wrong, but why are we seeing walks up so much more in college baseball? And then they talk about the different things that are preached at younger levels where you're focusing too much on the power arms and not as much on the percentages of just the simplicity of getting the first strike over. And this is where metrics come in. This is where kind of embracing the analytics come in. This is where I think there's a younger breed of pitching coaches that understand the development of the arm is obviously very, very important, but making sure it's as simple as just getting that first pitch over for a strike. And so you have a staff that buys into that, buys into the analytics, but also has that development with the arm. It's where you develop a staff like that. And that reputation for coaches like that, I think when you can balance those two things, you're going to be a rock star in college baseball.
This injury report is presented by Advocates, your personal injury attorneys, experienced, trusted, local. With the Advocates, you are never alone, theadvocates.com. As you mentioned, Braden Montgomery, big loss for Texas A&M. They've been able to overcome it. Just shows you the resiliency of this roster, also the depth on this roster, because Montgomery, big-time player in the SEC this year. Tennessee has also had some injuries. A.J. Russell, who was their Friday night guy, has battled some arm injuries as well. It just, the two rosters are put together really, really well to overcome significant injuries.
Mm-hmm. And let's go back to something about where college baseball is right now, and it mainly in the SEC. And this was more of a kind of an aha moment when we were doing this a year ago. whether we're talking to Tony V or you're talking to West, you're talking to all these other coaches, and they're going over, all right, yeah, here's the scouting report, but yeah, we just got off a Zoom with a recruit, and we're trying to get a guy out of the transfer portal. You're able to absorb a lot of that. I mentioned the pitching aspect of it too, but how are you getting some of those pitchers to come in with a lot to work with while you're hitting the transfer portal, and you're getting the type of players that we've had this discussion on our show many times, the best player in the Big Ten. And in some instances, we saw Braden Montgomery of a good Stanford team that was here, and he's the best player on that team. You're still getting them over in the SEC. So you look at how they're put together. This is, again, that advantage that you look at what SEC does when they put the resources and the amount of support into baseball, that you're going to win a lot of those battles. So you can lose guys like that, and you just don't miss a beat, which you can't say that for a lot of conferences with some of their better teams.
Coaches are here in Omaha, and they're still recruiting in the portal. Florida got the SoCon Pitcher of the Year today to commit out of the portal. I got to take a break here. We're closing in on Game 1 of the championship series. Should be great atmosphere. Should really be a great matchup between Texas A&M and Tennessee out of the SEC. Arguably the two best teams in college baseball the entire year. One stat that just blows me away. Texas A&M has not lost to any non-SEC team this year.
Right.
And unbeaten. Unbeaten. And they're right now 8-0 in the NCAA tournament. They'll try and make it 9-0 tonight. More on the matchup coming up when we return to Omaha Baseball Village here on 1620 The Zone.
Success in today's electrical market requires your company to be able to adjust to an ever-changing field. A partnership with IBEW Local 22 gives you that flexibility with access to journeymen, apprentices, proven training programs, marketing assistance, entry into markets not available before, ability to expand and contract with changing market conditions, and a benefits package for you and your employees. Contact Bob at IBEW Local 22 for additional details at 402-980-7596.
Oscar's Pizza and Sports Grill is West Omaha's headquarters for specialty pizzas and award-winning char-buffed wings. Enjoy games on their updated video and audio system and huge LED wall. Their main location on 173rd and Center is the perfect place to beat the heat with family and friends for the college baseball tournament. They also have a second carryout location at 162nd and West Maple Street, featuring the same great pizzas and wings. Oscar's Pizza and Sports Grill, home of the Big O Pizza and award-winning char-buffed wings.
Curveballs belong in baseball, not your bank. When you choose Access Bank for your personal or commercial banking needs, you'll know what to expect every time. Personalized, all-in-one service from experts who know banking and the Omaha Metro. Access Bank has convenient branch locations and easy online solutions. Because we're here for a reason, to make your experience a home run. Learn more at accessbank.com. Member FDIC.
You don't have to wait for your perfect landscape. Patera Landscaping can book your project now and have it beautifully installed in time to enjoy this July and August for cookouts and get-togethers. Trees, bushes, colorful gardens, water features, patios, outdoor kitchens. Patera Landscaping can do it all. Call today and have your perfect landscape this summer. Patera voted Omaha's best. PateraLandscaping.com.
If you want a perfect landscape, call Patera.
Upgrade your hydration this summer with Zen Water. Ultra pure, refreshing alkaline water. Zen Water transforms you with every quenching sip. Vapor distilled for ultra purity with the perfect blend of electrolytes added for taste. Zen Water is pure, elevated water. To learn more, visit zenwater.com. ZENWTR.com. And stop by your local retailer to find your Zen today.
I'm Dawn. My journey began when my internal specialist found a mass. My biggest fear was missing out on future memories. Nebraska Cancer Specialists has made it possible for me to continue to be active and to be able to spend time with my family. Together We Are Stronger means that I know that I can't do it all myself. My NCS family has allowed me to create the memories that I want to make. NebraskaCancer.com.
Experience the difference and save more when you shop at one of our 3 convenient Woodhouse Ford locations.
And right now, it's more affordable than ever to get behind the wheel of a new vehicle when you visit a Woodhouse Ford dealership. Going on now, save up to $10,000 off MSRP on the 2024 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT with approved credit, $299 doc fee due at sign. Offer expires 7/08/2024. See dealer for details.
Velocity Clinical Research in Omaha frequently conducts clinical trials for a broad range of investigational treatments. Velocity is currently seeking participants to wear a Fitbit watch for 31 days with compensation of up to $200. Some other current studies includes low T, COPD, flu, pediatric, infant, and RSV. They also perform vaccine studies for people of all ages. See current trials at velocityclinicaltrials.com, compensation for study-related time and travel, and find out more at velocityclinicaltrials.com.
An estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommended daily amount of physical activity. It's time to move and keep moving, America. And when you need help, physical therapists and physical therapist assistants are by your side. Be your own champion. Choose more movement. Choose better health. Choose physical therapy. Find out more information and a physical therapist at choosept.com/NE. Brought to you by the American Physical Therapy Association of Nebraska.
At Rotella's Italian Bakery, they put unsurpassed product quality into everything they bake. Old world skill and experience are masterfully blended with modern efficiencies to create the delicious breads, rolls, hamburger and hot dog buns, and other specialty products that have delighted their customers since 1921. Combining customer satisfaction with uncompromising quality is their goal. Rotella's Italian Bakery, a century of pride in every slice. To see the full menu of products, visit rotellasbakery.com.
Now back to the Men's College World Series special live from Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Children's Nebraska and Access Bank on 1620 The Zone.
1620 The Zone, joined today by the Drug Enforcement Administration. To learn about the dangers of fentanyl or to join in the fight against drugs, visit DEA.gov. Come by the Zone booth in the bullpen inside Omaha Baseball Village and register to win a summer prize pack of tickets to the Henry Dorley Zoo, Kansas City Royals tickets, ice cream from Ted and Wally's for an entire year, 13th and Mike Fahey. Also be sure to come by the Zone booth inside Omaha Baseball Village. Register to win ice cream for a year. It's the official ice cream, Ted and Wally's of 1620 The Zone, celebrating more than 35 years with over 3,000 flavors in Benson in the Old Market. And 1620 The Zone is joined today by Pyramid Contractors, craftsmanship at its finest.
Hey, sir, did you know you have a parrot on your shoulder?
I do have a parrot on my shoulder.
All right, what in the hell is going on here? What you see? Like we saw like a support dog. We got to see a lot of different things. You walk in with a parrot on your shoulder. What's the backstory here?
Well, Dylan is going to be 32 years old next month.
Wow.
On the 15th of July. Dylan and I have been together since he was 2.5 months old, and this is his 28th College World Series.
28.
All right, we should probably ask you your name first. I'm Scott Maroney. Okay, and you are from and you're from Council Bluffs. Very, very calm.
Dylan he's pretty chill.
Yeah.
He loves getting outside. I get him out as much as I can because I hate putting him in his cage when I got to go to work. So I reward him for coming out to the series.
So how did this relationship start between you and your parrot?
Actually, it all started back when right out of high school. I went with a girlfriend down to Florida. We were out on Pirate Island. I told her, I don't care what you do, but I'm going to hang out with this guy with these birds.
Yeah.
She came back, and on her way back, she asked me, well, what do you think? And I said, well, I'm going to get one of those. So, well, that's today. So she's gone. He's here.
Is this a specific kind of parrot?
He is a Bolivian blue and gold macaw.
Okay.
He was born in Nodale, Iowa.
Oh.
And, one of Wilma Peterson's birds. She's known in the bird world, but last I heard she was down in South America doing something.
Wow.
So I haven't seen her for a while.
Now, is this the only bird that you own?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a lot of work.
Okay.
It takes a lot of time, it's like a kid. You
Yeah.
gotta feed them 3 times a day. You gotta spend time with them. And I just like getting him outside. He's used to crowds. So he's been a good roommate.
That is fantastic.
He's just taking it all in right now, too.
He's done very well. Like I said, he's very chill. He's used to crowds. He loves the blues.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
named him Dylan after Bob.
okay. All right.
There we go.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by.
That is awesome.
What's the craziest look you've ever gotten just walking through a random packed place with a parrot on your shoulder? Wait a minute. Hold on. Goes into Walgreens with you?
Yeah, we stopped at the Walgreens and grabbed something. This woman comes down the aisle and she screamed. I assured her he's not going anywhere. He's right on my shoulder. Some people do have a phobia about birds.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'm usually pretty respectful about backing off.
Yeah.
So are you going to the game?
No, we don't hit games.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if the bird went into the game or not. Okay. All right. Well, that is a beautiful bird, by the way. So thank you for stopping by.
So can we call that the official parrot of the College World Series then? I mean, it should be 28 years. Yeah, I feel like it's made both stadiums. So I mean, heck yeah.
Hey, thanks for.
Yeah,
okay. All right. Well, we got it right from the parrot. Hey, thank you. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll be looking for you. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, look at that.
Thank you.
You know.
Yeah. Everybody's pointing. Look, that's a real parrot.
That is a real parrot.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll get a traffic and weather report coming up here in a little bit in our last segment ahead of the championship series, game number 1, Tennessee and Texas A&M on 1620 The Zone.
After an injury, it pays to have an advocate on your team. The Advocates are skilled personal injury attorneys committed to helping injured Nebraskans get their lives back. They'll put together a game plan, negotiate with insurance companies, and put your best interests first. Consultations with an attorney are always 100% free. Contact their Omaha office today at nebraskaadvocates.com. You deserve an attorney who will step up to the plate. You deserve an advocate.
Since this is a radio commercial, you can't see the people standing behind me. They're the Langfeld family. Everybody wave. Oh, sorry. You can't see them because radio. Anyway, the Langfelds are the family behind Langfeld Overhead Door, where they proudly install Midland garage doors to fit any space and style. And they don't take a backseat to anyone when it comes to their service. Because if something goes wrong, it's their name on the line. So they're going to make sure it goes right every single time. Langfeld Overhead Door, 402-234-2700.
Your home for the Men's College World Series is 1620 The Zone. KOC and Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. Sponsored by Lanahaw Nurseries, 192nd and Center.
Velocity Clinical Research in Omaha frequently conducts clinical trials for a broad range of investigational treatments. Velocity is currently seeking participants to wear a Fitbit watch for 31 days with compensation of up to $200. Some other current studies include low T, COPD, flu, pediatric, infant, and RSV. They also perform vaccine studies for people of all ages. See current trials at velocityclinicaltrials.com, compensation for study-related time and travel, and find out more at velocityclinicaltrials.com.
He thinks bean counting is an iPhone app. He is the most uninteresting man in the world.
Hi, I'm Bob Berger. Don't just get your taxes done. Get them managed. If you're tired of losing sleep over your business and personal taxes, you're ready to make more money, give us a call.
Call Berger, Elliott, and Pritchard CPAs at 402-551-1919 or visit BEPCPA.com.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
You don't have to wait for your perfect landscape. Patera Landscaping can book your project now and have it beautifully installed in time to enjoy this July and August for cookouts and get-togethers. Trees, bushes, colorful gardens, water features, patios, outdoor kitchens. Patera Landscaping can do it all. Call today and have your perfect landscape this summer. Patera voted Omaha's best. PateraLandscaping.com.
If you want a perfect landscape, call Patera.
In the heart of the country is a children's hospital at the forefront of pediatric innovation, where teddy bears and coloring books meet leading-edge treatment and technology, where warm smiles and a human touch go hand in hand with tools like remote patient monitoring and robotic-assisted surgery, and where a committed team of healthcare providers believes innovation is best used to deliver better care for kids. Children's Nebraska. Believe in better.
We're excited to announce the grand opening of Saul's Jewelry and Loan's new downtown location. It's a Saul's shopping experience like you've never seen in this beautiful, historic location. And of course, we brought in tons of new inventory, amazing jewelry finds at our famous best-in-town prices, motorcycles, tools, bikes, guitars. And as always, get a cash on the spot loan from $10,000 to $50,000. Everything you've come to expect from Saul's in our new location. 22nd and Harney, downtown Omaha, Saul's Jewelry and Loan.
Cubby's in the Old Market is your tailgate and baseball party headquarters. Cold beer and a full liquor department. Pop, ice, and Cubby's bottled water. Plus hot coffee and fresh and hot breakfast every morning. Cubby's Old Market, 13th and Jackson has it all for every baseball fan. Get everything for the grill from the full meat department. Chester's Chicken, Godfather's Pizza Express, hot and fresh deli food. Cubby's at the corner of 13th and Jackson. Open 24 hours. Cubby's for the very best in convenience.
Food, festivals, and a whole lot of fun. You're sure to find some this summer in Sarpy County, Nebraska. From festivals and fireworks to homemade ales and beers to a winery and distilleries, Sarpy County is your go-to destination for summertime celebration. There's also shopping, sports action, concerts, and a whole lot more. But summer isn't going to last forever, so get out your calendar, click GoSarpy.com, and start making plans. Sarpy County Tourism. So near, so fun.
1620 The Zone is live at the Omaha Baseball Village, powered by Access Bank. Here for a reason, yours and Children's Nebraska. Here are your hosts for today's broadcast, Gary Sharp and Nick Handley on 1620 The Zone.
Ferris wheel is operating. We are. Can I have your attention, please? Cannonball. 26 minutes from first pitch. Game one of the championship series between Texas A&M and Tennessee. You need to know if you're coming into the stadium right now or if you're going to be in the stadium in regards to weather. It is none other than our man on the scene. Traffic and weather together on the nines, Josh Hodson.
Thank you, Traffic, presented by Park Omaha. Make a game plan for your parking. Reserve a downtown parking space in advance at parkomaha.com. Traffic looks a lot lighter.
A lot of green
than other days. A lot of green.
Yes.
We've got green on Cummings Street all the way until 17th. That's when you start seeing the brake lights. And 15th, 16th, 17th look good. 14th looks like the only clogged artery at this point right now. Make sure you watch out for out-of-town drivers and pedestrians as you're making your way downtown this evening. Traffic brought to you by Park Omaha. Make a game plan for your parking. Reserve a downtown parking space in advance at parkomaha.com. Your weather update is powered by the winning team at Liberty First Credit Union, supporting their communities and providing banking with purpose. Is that a plane?
What was that?
Are we a little early on the flyover?
Oh, is that the flyover?
Your official weather forecast from Sam McEwen's brother, Marty.
You guys, that blew your mind when we mentioned that.
I did not know that Sam's brother is the NCAA meteorologist.
A cool front will move through eastern Nebraska this afternoon and could cause a thunderstorm in Omaha between 1 and 5.
Okay.
Now, we're past that, so
Yes.
ignore that. The probability at the moment is only 20%, however.
Good.
I will continue to monitor this situation closely. That's Marty who's going to monitor it. not
Okay.
me.
Oh, I thought you were, Josh.
Me monitoring it does no one any good. With the passing of front winds, they'll shift to the northwest, and temperatures will cool around 84 for first pitch and fall into the
not bad.
70s
Yeah.
by the end of the game tonight.
Love it.
Weather update powered by the winning team at Liberty First Credit Union, supporting their communities and providing banking with purpose.
That is awesome. Thank you, Josh. We'll get
Thank you.
Josh's prediction on who he thinks is going to win the national championship. You know, there is the one thing, guys, that we have seen once you get to the championship series. Usually in the stadium, it's very one-sided. Last year, there were arguably
Yeah.
A lot more LSU fans than Florida fans. I mean, we were talking like 3 to 4 to 1. This might be really interesting tonight moving forward. I would say that it's pretty close to being even the amount of Tennessee and Texas A&M fans that are going to be in the stadium. That is a rarity.
Yeah, Ole Miss took over. Mississippi State took over. LSU took over last year. This just walking into the ballpark, and this has been, I would say, pretty consistent throughout this week, where you've seen a lot of orange. I think the Texas A&M fans have steadily increased throughout the week. But if you got to the ballpark earlier today, you notice a pretty solid equal representation of both orange and maroon. So it's going to be like the Rose Bowl. We're going to have to split it in half of maroon and orange.
The Red River Shootout.
Yeah.
Half burnt orange, half in Oklahoma colors.
That'll piss Aggie fans off.
There was a guy that just walked by. He was decked out in Texas baseball gear. I know who he's rooting for.
Go Balls.
Yes.
The other orange team.
But good, impressive showing by both fan bases. And, because Texas A&M and Tennessee, unless you have a connection to the Bargos that have a son playing for Tennessee, and their son went to Omaha Westside, graduated a couple of years ago, there's really no local connection. We know what the angst is about Texas A&M around here.
Yeah.
But I get the sense that there are a lot of people that have traveled from a ways away to support their team. And
Yes.
I think it helps that they made the Sunday game an afternoon game, so you could drive from, I know not everybody lives in College Station or everybody lives in Knoxville, but you could make a drive and be able to catch two games and, be back home by Monday. I mean, I love the new schedule, how they adjusted it, where we are playing baseball on the second weekend. So people that come here can enjoy, they can plan, they know they're going to at least get some games if they can afford it.
Yeah, remember that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if necessary, situation was not the easiest one to accommodate, something like that. I'll give you credit because you mentioned this at the beginning of the entire thing, that you thought Tennessee would travel extremely well, because last year I think they probably did better than what I gave them credit for, because you mentioned the biggest factor, that's the LSU fans overwhelming. So anybody who did have a good following, it pretty much was secondary to what LSU did. Tennessee has traveled extremely well. Then I thought, well, we've seen Texas A&M in this tournament quite a bit, and I don't remember Texas A&M having this many fans. Now, again, it has a lot to do with how long you stay in Omaha, and obviously this team has done their part when it comes to that. But this is without question the best representation I've seen from Texas A&M.
All right, let's do this. Josh, you're first up. Texas A&M or Tennessee to win the national title should add favorites straight up 11-1. Tennessee is a minus 160 favorite to win game one. Who wins the national title and how many games?
Day before the series, I said Texas A&M over Tennessee, so I would like very much to be right. So give me the Aggies in 3.
I went when this whole thing started, I went Tennessee over Kentucky. So I'm going to stick with Tennessee. Tennessee wins this one, but I'm guaranteed we're going to get 3. My guarantees aren't worth much, but we're going to see this thing wrap up on Monday. But I'm taking Tennessee.
All right. So for the last 5 years, we've had a game 3. I would say, I think, man, it gets interesting if Prager is able to shove tonight against that lineup. Then it gets really, really interesting. But Beam would be pitching tomorrow for Tennessee. Yeah. I think we go 3. I think the power over the pitching. This is a relentless lineup for Tennessee. But I think we will have some low-scoring one-run games. I see Tennessee winning a national championship in 3 games.
Yeah, I'm with you. The thing I want to bring up about Tennessee real quick, what they did coming from behind on that crazy night game against Florida State. And, yeah, we can talk about the check swing. We can talk about all that things that maybe worked in their favor and worked against Florida State. You get a break like that and you take advantage of that. You feel like you have a little bit new lease on life. There's maybe a little house money. I mean, they were supposed to be in this position, but they were on the brink right there on one judgment call of starting this thing 0-1. And you know how difficult that is to get in this situation after starting that way. So maybe there's a little bit working. You got to be lucky to win a national championship too. So maybe there's a little bit working in favor of Tennessee.
Ed wrote in earlier on a discussion about both of these football programs playing a game in 1997, a non-con game on CBS, where Peyton Manning is on the field and Dante Hall is on the field for Texas A&M. He said, "Would you put?" Because he heard me mention Dat Win on the Mount Rushmore of Texas A&M football players, and I say yes.
Datwin
Datwin and Von Miller are the two best. Yeah, Von Miller in college was an absolute beast.
Yes, he was. I would have no problem with that. I'm trying to think of the other Texas A&M players that I put on that.
Johnny Manziel.
Manziel, of course.
And then I will go old school, John David Crow.
I'll take take your word on that one.
But Johnny Manziel definitely is on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, for sure.
But I love Datwin. That was the time when Nebraska was in the Big 12. Datwin was a great player. But
Sir Parker on that team, too.
But Von Miller in college, he was unblockable.
Yep. Datwin, because Datwin ended up playing with Dallas, too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And I remember, for whatever reason, it was always in the Nebraska game, too, that it was just the guy was insane. He probably had 14, 15 tackles in that game alone, but that dude was an absolute stud. You know what we haven't got any love from on the Tennessee side? T. Martin. Where's the T. Martin love? The post-Peyton Manning experience.
Yeah, you know who else we need to give love to? Reggie White.
Well, okay, yeah. No, that's not a bad one, too. But also, if we're
T. Martin won a national championship.
Yes, he did. He did the thing that Peyton did not do. And so do people in Vol country still even bring up T. Martin with the high reverence as they do with Peyton Manning? Probably not. He got him a natty, though. Peyton didn't.
No, that's true.
Come on.
That's true. All right, big thanks to everybody that has stopped by today and put up with all our tomfoolery. We got to interview people from all across America. And now we get to talk about the game that is America's pastime. It is baseball. It is game one of the championship series. Kevin Kugler, Scott Graham, John Bishop, they're going to have the call for you on Westwood One. Big thanks to Josh Hodson. Also, Ben back in studio from my partner, Nick, who will be back here tomorrow with Connor at 10. I'm Gary Sharp. Mornings with Sharp and Handley. Back in at 6 on Monday.
Buddy.
Hope everybody enjoys night one of the championship series. Tennessee, Texas A&M, right here on 1620 The Zone.